Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome in. Doing our daily pre-audio check here. Yep. Echoing there. Not echoing here or there. Okay, we're good to go now. Yep. Welcome in, everybody. Today we're going to have a pretty special video. I've been wanting to make this for a while. This is my longtime Valheim server that has been running for... Oh, man. I said 5 years in the thumbnail, and I think it's been 5 years. It's for sure 4, but I think it's been 5. We have, maybe like 4 or 5 people have, 6 people, actually. My mom also played on this server. 6 or so people that played on this server to some extent. 3 that played pretty dang well and religiously for a while, and then we kind of have... We've all kind of drifted apart over the last few years for Valheim, but my main buddy and I, Japles and I, have come onto the server and kind of kept it alive a lot of the time. So we're going to be going on a rough tour of my base here, of all of my bases, just everything about the world, because when 1.0 launches, I'm going to be saving the save file down and then starting fresh. So... I was actually a little late to stream start today, specifically because I was walking around and lighting as many things up as I could. And since nobody's here yet, we're gonna go sleep temporarily, just so that way it's actually daytime when I start this recording. I don't know if I want my webcam on. My goal is to have this for YouTube as well. Maybe I should turn that off, but let's see. We're gonna go here. I know I have a bet at Ying's Wang. Ying's Wang was my so we did a really interesting thing with the server where we all had characters that we were kind of moving around with. That's actually how I came up with Jammy Buffett. It was one of the first characters I made on this server. And then we all drifted apart for like a year or so. And then when we came back, rather than start fresh, I convinced everybody to start fresh with new characters. Yeah, I knew I had a sleeping bed here. So I've convinced everybody to start fresh with new characters, but keep the world, so that way all of our old stuff that we built still exists and we can go tour it, which we will definitely be doing during the course of this video. I don't know if we start with the original stuff. I'm already at Ying's Wang, which was the starter base for Ying, and I think we'll start here. Day 1816. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. So this we'll start back at the spawn and kind of work our way in from there. It gives me the option then to kind of dip into the old stuff too. Valheim holds a really special place in my heart as a builder because it taught me a lot of different things over the course of the game. And I'll try and highlight them as I live down memory lane here. What specific techniques I learned, how to play the game, what things I did better and worse as time went. Okay, so this is world spawn. I still have yet to convince all of the mates to hop on to take out the last 2 bosses we have available right now, but I have been building bases right next to them in order to do that. They just haven't hopped on and wanted to do that yet. So they remain undefeated, which kind of sucks. At the point where I kind of want to solo it, but we'll have to see. And before you here sits a tree forest. This is where I come through to mass clear trees. I really like a tree farm at spawn, because you can easily toggle on the Elder's Power. The Elder's Power lets you chop wood significantly faster, chop plus 60%. They also updated this, so now it has pickaxe %, which is something I was begging for years for them to do, and I'm glad they finally did. It gives significantly more viability to the Elder's Power. Health regen plus 30% is also pretty neat. I don't remember that being there. Let's see, Eikthyr was the one that I primarily used early game until Bone Mass came about, but I know they nerfed Bone Mass, rightfully so too. Yeah, everybody just used bone mass for so many years because there was just literally nothing better. It was kind of like pop bone mass and don't die, and then why would you not take anything else? Wow, max carry weight plus 300. That, I think, is new. To me, at least. Resistant First Frost is good. Move speed plus 10% is also kind of nice. What Motor always did was it gave you the tailwind while sailing, so you can always move across water easily, so that's why you would take it. But I really like that it does other things now, too. 300 extra carry weight's a significant amount of carry weight. Yeah, that literally doubles your carry weight, plus Meganjord, which is 150, so you're sitting somewhere around 750 carry weight with Motor. That's pretty nice. Yag. Improves farming. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Blunt, slash, pierce, chop, pickaxe, fire, frost, lightning. It's just an all stats up, it looks like, plus 10%. That's kind of nice. That's a lot nicer. Before, this was just elementals. Like, it was just, like, lightning and poison damage and spirit damage, and that was about it. And that was kind of lame. I'm not gonna lie, I never used Yagalit's power because it was just kind of like, I don't really need that, man. Wow. Pretty cool. Okay, let's eat some food before we go on this journey. I spent 30 minutes, actually closer to 40 minutes prior to this stream, which is why I'm so late on starting today, lighting everything up. Just so that way it makes it really easy to go through. So we're going to go ahead and pop through the world spawn. This should take us to my very first teleporter hub I ever built for the world. Which will link into a bunch of different old bases that we had. We always left this open. Trade is always unconnected, so that way if you ever needed to get to the hub, you can easily get there. Ying's Wang's good. Gherkin Trade, that was my friend's starting base. That was Japle's starting base. And Fort Minor. We're gonna head to Fort Minor. Fort Minor was my very first base I built in this entire game, I think. There were some single player worlds where I had a few more bases that I had, but yeah, this is the starting base. I really liked my teleporter hub central here. I really like this kind of little building. At the time of building, I don't know if I like it now that I'm looking at it. I don't know, it looks all right. I like how open it is. I like the interesting use of the space, and the base materials is pretty nice as well. Okay, so something I learned for this base was experimenting with rather, was trench building. I kept seeing everywhere that you needed to build trenches because it stopped enemies from really doing anything. So I built like this gigantic trench around the entire base. And it is effective at doing exactly what I said what it needed to do. This is a completely AFK-able base, last I knew. Maybe they updated pathing since, but yeah, this was entirely AFK-able. I did not really like the look of the trench, so I built this giant wall along the entire side with ramparts along it that made me like it a lot more. This was the starter house. You can see all the bee stands I used to have that I've since come back and pilfered and spread across a lot of the bases. This was going to be a lighthouse that never came to fruition. I'm a big fan of building stuff in a way that lets you have extra spots available to build in the future. So this was going to be a lighthouse. I just never did it. But you want to make sure you design a base in a way that lets you have those kinds of capabilities, so that way you don't end up creatively hampering yourself, you know what I mean? We do have plenty of torch and resin on me still, right? Yeah, we got plenty of wood, so I'm going to go around and try and light up what I can, so that way it doesn't look as dead in here. But yeah, this was the starter hut. Originally, I didn't have these nice chests. I had little chests, and it looks like I'm even breaking some chests. Like, everything about these old bases are going to be derelict and broken. But it should be pretty interesting to also kind of see some designs that I started working with. I really like these for the fireplace, as well as the clear backing with the X pillars. Kind of made the fireplace section a little more open. I also really like that I added myself a little window. It's not tall enough for this character, but in real life, I'm actually very tall, so I think I would be able to see through that really nicely. Starter hut did its job, and then we slowly expanded the base out. This was our major attempt at stone building. And I didn't even really do it that well. I just kind of built a bunch of stone and then placed wood on top of it. Didn't really maximize what I could do with it, but I still to this day actually quite like the internals. This was an extension. This was not originally here. This was an extension when I got the third buddy that moved in on the server moved in. I gave him I told him he could move right into my base because he didn't really have a place to go and he didn't really want to do anything. So he built this little extra extension in that was his base. And this was his first attempts at figuring out building too. He couldn't figure out the stairs, so the stairmaster, came in and helped figure that out. And I really, his fireplace is pretty simple, and he never did anything with the upper floor. Like I said, we kind of quit and made for about a year, and then made new characters on the same server. This was my favorite section of the wall, the boardwalk that also had a nice little farming section for onion seeds. Pretty great. Let's see, where else are we going next? Yes, my terraced farm. This was more than enough for the base at the time when I was a single player, but when I got a second player, this became not enough farming. And I started looking at more of an industrial scale, like back over here. This was where we actually farmed. This was a lot of farming available back here. Let's see what else we got going on in the actual forge itself. Okay, so we've got the nice extensions, the outdated charcoal kilns. I will show you guys why charcoal kilns are completely outdated. You really shouldn't build charcoal kilns once you can get to the swamp. Once we get to some of my better design forges, but I really do like how open this forge is. Snickers with baked beans inside instead of peanuts inside. Welcome in, Terrathil. That's a horrible candy, man. You know what? No, wait, let me think about it. I'm actually a bean boy. I like beans. So you'd lose the crunch, but it would make the candy bar probably a lot softer and add quite a bit of protein in there. If the beans retained their texture, I think I'd be okay with it. I think I'd be okay with that. Okay, now over here, I experimented with some kind of like opening back here. You can kind of see how deep back it goes, just so that way the smoke vented out nicely. This was also where I first experimented with adding in the ovens nice and neatly into the stone, as well as the cauldron nice and neatly here, putting the butcher's table in. And this is the very first place that I experimented with adding the colored signs. On Xbox, it's kind of, what the heck? When did I get this bat? What is this? A wooden club? Nah, dog. Get out of my inventory. Right trigger. Okay, bye. Yeah, so I quite like the organization as well as the color coding all the signs. Makes it super nice. You can kind of see one of my most popular, my most popular video on YouTube is actually a storage system for windrows. And you can see where I got the design inspiration from with a lot of these builds. Because it basically copied over my Valheim stuff. I brought it into windrows. It's just, in windrows, there's no neat signs. If they gave us these neat signs, that building would look so much nicer. My kegs, also really nice. The taps are obviously unusable. In future builds, I actually made sure that the taps hung out over the edge, so that way they looked usable. But in this build, I did not. Let's see, this was my wife's upstairs bedroom when she also moved into the base. I have no idea where most of these portals go anymore. This was quite literally 5 years ago, this build, so I don't exactly know how this works. I do know I really liked my hot tub placement here. Through this window like this and kind of wrapped around with some free placement, it made for a pretty nice little hot tub with the entrance here like this. Plus, you could sit on the throne and actually get a decent amount of comfort. I think it was upwards of... Yeah, I got 16 right now. This was the spot in the base where you got maximum amount of comfort for the biggest rested bonus you could possibly get. Plus, it overlooked, you know, the entrance, which was also quite nice. We're gonna take half of this wood. Split stack A. Always make sure when you're building your bases to have a little wood chest right next to the things you actively need to fill with wood. Although when I play this again, I'm definitely going to be downloading a mod. It's when I start 1.0, the only mod I'm going to actively put into the game, which will be the first for me too. I've never played this game modded, but there's one that makes it so whenever you light stuff like campfires and torches, they just stay lit, dude, because quite literally I spent 45 minutes filling out stuff ahead of this. Okay. I originally named all of these portals like 001 through 5 or 6 or however many more up here, but then eventually I named some other stuff. So we're gonna see where these go. I have no idea where these portals actually even go. Okay, it's come back to me here. This is an abandoned project. Let's just start here. This was an abandoned project. I was trying to build a mega base where I used pine trees, like the really tall pine tree saplings, as the core of the structure of the base for stability. And it basically would result in an incredibly tall base that I picked on a hill here, so it looked even taller as we went around. And then I lined the trenches, I did all the work, I brought in a bunch of materials to start building, and then never built anything over here. Just kind of lost inspiration. I think what also happened is at the time, how do I open my map? Yeah, okay. At the time when I started here, I couldn't explore the Mistlands, I couldn't really explore the plains out here, and I couldn't really explore the mountain. I wanted a base that was in the center of all of those locations. I just wanted to make so that way when I was ready to explore them, I would be able to explore them solidly. And then when I became a higher level, I explored out through them and kind of found that they were pretty small, pretty much dead. No reason to actually build over here. So it became an abandoned dead project. Let's see what's through our next project. I know the secret pond is also an abandoned project, but it's a pretty cool location. The frost room, that's a cool base. That's a cool base. We'll save that one. I don't know where 003 goes. I know where the secret pond goes, and I know where the frost room is. Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Yeah, man, the portals are really cool. They definitely remind me of Oblivion. Oh, 003. Okay. I know where this is. This is my mining outpost. That's crazy that connects over here. This actually connects to this is a Ying Wang build. This is not a Jammy Buffett build. This is a Ying Wang build. Oh, wow. Big waves. Okay. Wow, I do not... There was a update, I think. That definitely didn't overlook a mountain. Oh, no, I guess it did. I guess it did, and I just don't understand at all anything anymore about my world. The mining post is supposed to be the way you actually get in here. I kind of chose this location because it had the nice runestone, and it was on this little pillar out here. This is a functioning dock. Not really pretty, though. Just functioning. I did, however, like the build. The build was supposed to be just a quick little hut that kind of gave some rested bonus, because the whole purpose of this area is basically just cart resources from out over here and in. This was a tower, but I think the tower got destroyed in something, or I destroyed it. There was a tower in the center of this. That's why this is kind of a big little circle. Hey, buddy. Well, that's not the attack I wanted. That was the attack I wanted. All right. Oh, well, all right. We're figuring out how combat works again. Nope, that's not it. LB, heard. It has been a minute, so you guys are about to see something horrible. I really don't know how to fight anymore. I remember parry timing was pretty easy. And the troll's dead. I guess you won't see anything horrible because I'm actually a professional gamer, so. Did I accidentally turn off the pickup? I don't remember how to turn it back on. Or am I full on inventory? No, I don't remember how to turn on or off my pickup. I don't like that the emotes are my left triggers. That's actually crap. Not gonna lie, but it's not really that big of a deal. There we go, LB and left stick in. Okay. Yeah, it's not really that big of a deal because when I play for 1.0, I'm gonna learn on PC. I'll have to relearn all of my controls and how to actively play the game, but I think it'll be better for recording to learn on PC. Not to mention building is probably a little neater. What I am worried about, though, is immersion. I'm always worried on PC about immersion. People don't really talk about it, but like the vibration for controllers does a lot for immersion. And there's no way to vibrate a keyboard without like shaking your whole desk or adding any kind of other crazy shit going on. So I really don't think PC's got a good solution to that level of immersion. I know some people turn off vibration because they are used to PC or they don't like their accuracy or stuff moved or changed, but why would you play on a controller then? Just play on a PC. Play on a keyboard if you don't want vibrations. The real answer is money. I know. People like consoles. That's why I was a console gamer for 20 years. I get it. It's just you just turn it on and it works. It's so nice when you just turn it on and it just works. Okay, so if that was just a mining outpost, we're gonna go through here and go back into our base and check out the Frost Fort. I know the secret pond's just a dead build, so you know what? We'll try out the secret pond first, quickly show what it was, and then move on to the Frost Fort, which is an actual base, a really decent one. First one I built in the mountains, and I learned a lot in that base. I learned about pathing and how you don't fully want a trench. You want to lead the mobs into your base nice and easily so you can fight them on your terms. Yeah, the secret base is just an outlined skeleton located on this nice little pond, technically in this meadows, sandwiched between the plains and the swamps. The reason why I never actually expanded this is there's nothing in the swamp. There's no reason to kind of be over here. It's a really neat little pond, though. The pond doesn't connect through. I'd have to build a trench out into the water, so like it would have, and that was beyond my scope at the time of finding this area. There is a Surtling trap over there, I see. I could have made use of this base if I knew what I know now, how to play the game. I could have made use of this. My hard rule for Valheim became make sure your base isn't just a pretty location. Pretty locations in Valheim are a dime a dozen. They're literally everywhere. What you need is a pretty location that also provides you utility and has multiple biomes nearby, resources to actually gather and do stuff with. Otherwise, you keep looking, because there are going to be plenty of other bases to go around. All right, the Frost Room. This is where we beat Motor with for the first time. This is where all of us learned pretty desperately we needed a base of some kind in the Frost. I've got old retired weapons on the wall. These are my upgraded buckler and fine wood bows. And these originally were stock. Yeah, I was going to say they used to have frost resistance potions in them specifically because we found out if you spawned in here, you died. And that kind of sucked. Wow, I guess this room, he was working on something. So I always designed a lot of my taverns from this point onward with 3 players in mind, because like I said, we had 3 people that were actively playing on the server, so that we made sure that there were room. I made sure that whenever I built something, there were beds for quite literally all of us if we ever need. Abby Normal. I forgot that's what I was called. It wasn't actually Jammy Buffett. It was Abby Normal. Okay. So this was set up in an old, like one of the randomly generated fort buildings. I kind of fixed it up and actually turned it into a functioning fort of some kind. This was an abandoned tower. Never actually fully realized, but it was an extension ready for it. Let's light that up. Again, I was still using charcoal kilns like an idiot. I don't use charcoal kilns at all anymore at all, pretty much in any of my builds. The only times I use charcoal kilns is when I'm still stuck in the meadows in Black Forest. Okay, so I did make sure to flatten out this base, kind of line it up around the edge. We had a motor egg spawn right outside, which was really nice. Let's see. This central area was our crafting area. Didn't really provide much for rested, but there was a rested bonus in there of some kind. The main purpose of this base was silver acquisition and smelting. So I just spruced it up quite a bit to make it kind of a nice fort, because the more time I spent here, the longer like invasions happened. And one of my favorite things about this base is this outer wall. So this outer wall has nests. All 3 of us like to use archery at this point in the game. So I built 3 little nests that extended out and allowed us to shoot. Whenever raids happened, stuff would kind of spawn down here or over here and then work their way up this nice, neat slope around the corner, down this slope, and finally into the base. This gave us plenty of opportunity to shoot them as they walked up this hill. And then again, 2 people could shoot them while they turned around, and then that's when I leapt down here and would kind of fight them and square up against them down here. It's also how I became a melee person, was this base, because I found I actually really enjoyed the melee combat, so I focused instead on heavy builds. This was just a random spawn. Nothing ever built out of it. My buddy wanted to build a tower out of it, but he never did. Quite a few abandoned structures around here, but I really liked this base. Taught me a lot about how pathing works for enemy raids, because they come in and come along the side like that and then up and in, because they're trying to always path towards the nearest available player character that they can reach. And since I built that giant path for them to easily follow, they just followed it like a tower defense game. So we just slaughtered them en masse as a result. I also ended up around this base around Christmas time, so I got these really nice Christmas trees I cannot place other times. I quite like that Valheim has event items that disappear and reappear around specific holidays. That's pretty cool. I love when games make stuff exclusive like that. I know some people don't, but I really do. Maybe it's the old school RuneScape player in me, but I love when some stuff is exclusive and it's just time gated. Like, it's just like, sorry, man, you weren't there for that specific event. You don't get that special tree. That's just the way life is sometimes. All right, now how do we get out of here and back? Oh, yes, through the teleporter. It's always through teleporters, but you know what I mean, through this one. This will take us back to the teleporter hub. I'm going to keep showing you builds that I built for now, because I know for a fact all of my buddies' builds, which I will also document during this video, are dead. They're deceased. There's no lights on. They're pretty horrible. So I want to make sure that I get good lighting during the course of this video for the time being. So we're gonna head to Yingswang. Yingswang is when we restarted. Okay, that was everything I just showed you was primarily stuff from our very first attempt on this server. Yingswang is when we all got serious, started new characters, and went about our lives. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm ready to sleep when it does become day. Can I sleep through the storm? Yeah, I can. I think I can sleep through storms in Valheim. It's definitely something I enjoyed, so I can't sleep at this time. Well, I spoke too soon. Took a few days to finally beat a boss I can't tell you about in Pal World to progress. Wow. A couple days to beat the boss? You probably were breeding quite a bit. So what I did with this base was I tried to build as much as I could in a tiny amount of space. This was when I was experimenting with tree stability. All trees provide stability all the way up the tree. So I kind of wanted to, my thought process was originally to build like a nice like upper floor really high up in the trees here. But as you can see, it's pretty freaking impossible to see. So I abandoned this idea. It was still useful for me, though, as far as a builder, because I learned how to spiral stuff pretty nicely in a tight area if I needed. This was a very functional spiral staircase, so I learned exactly how to do that. It was a pain in the dong to do, though. Like, you had to manually place a lot of this stuff, place the little trees in there, and again, you can't see because of the tree leaves, so it's just not that useful. This is where I originally lived. In this closet. It was a Harry Potter closet. I basically lived in here for like 30 to 60 in-game days. I never built myself a bedroom because it just became funnier and funnier as I slowly developed this really nice looking base. How do I zoom in again? I remember there was a way to zoom in. Oh, okay. Hold on. I think I hold up or there we go. Okay. Let's put that on our back. So this was my kitchen. Again, everything about this base build here for Yingswang starter base was trying to maximize the amount of space I had on the inside while keeping the base small. I didn't want to expand it much farther. I really don't think I could. It was a very tiny little island here. Let's zoom in on the map. Yeah, Yingswang was on this very little tiny island. And then my buddy Ethan set up right here. And then Japel set up on this island. And we basically just kind of like lived in this little Black Forest meadow bay. And that was an excellent decision. This is one of my favorite tri bases that we have ever built. So everything that you'll see on the other side of that bridge is someone else's build. And everything you see on this other side of the bridge is also someone else's build. And it just kind of was really nice that we all had space to work with each other and kind of live. This base, this bridge went through 3 different designs. At first, it let rafts under. Then I made it big enough to let carves under. And then I built this giant double stone tower base bridge to let longbows under, or longboats underneath. Okay. Out here is my smithing area. You can kind of tell. I really quite liked it. It was quite dense and efficient. And I don't have any charcoal kilns anymore. I think that's because I have plenty of other ways to get coal now. So I went through several design choices where that wasn't necessarily a thing anymore. I really liked... This is where we all gathered for group meetings, too. Like I said, 3 of us were always playing. So whenever we had big council decisions, we gathered up around the table with the dragon egg in the center. I really liked using the stump of the oak as a table here. I quite like that. Also, keep in mind, I'm playing on Council, so Council doesn't have any mods whatsoever. So whenever you see bushes like these, I never destroyed these. These are naturally spawning bushes. Anytime you see something like that naturally fit into the game, I never had the ability to place these kinds of things down. You might now with the cultivator, but I just didn't at the time. I quite liked the little chopping area too. It's not it's just design. Just design, not really actually functioning. Okay. Little portal hub's pretty nice. This was my personal attempt at a circular structure for the first time. So I placed this really nice bonfire in the center. And then I was starting a trophy collection of all of the bosses I've beaten around the perimeter. I definitely have Yag's head I should put up here at some point, but yeah, and then I had a little functioning dock that mostly used a carve and not a longbow, but a longboat could come in here and sail nicely. My buddy built a raft because he constantly sailed over to the Black Forest using it. Pretty cool. Let's go check out Japles' base over here. The Raven Spire. Okay. Something I really liked about this base was the torches. My torch placement along the nice bridges I built here. At night, they shine really nice. They shine bright like a diamond. They shine really nicely. A lot of abandoned, interesting structures over here. This was also his first base back, so he just kind of built it up and then left it. Like, I think this was supposed to be a kitchen, but never became fully realized. A nice extension to the base. My buddy Japles is really good at micro decoration. So yeah, this base, for example, when you use the forge, it used to pull you. Yeah, it kind of cuts out the vision, so you only see this nice little skeleton that he put on the trophy there, which is pretty cool. Okay, up around here again. He's got a nice little workbench back there. Turnips around. I definitely lit these. Oh no, I ran out of coal at this specific base. Okay. Yeah, so he would use this little raft, sail across to go grab Black Forest materials, and then sail back. It was a lot of fun early game. Decently organized. It's just nothing's labeled, so we play different games. we play completely different styles here. I really love his kitchen though. It was very nice for early game. Plus, he's got all his little spices up above. What this base kind of became, I think, for him was ultimately a lot like my first base that we toured at Fort Minor. This base became a portal hub for him to all of his other stuff. He placed so many portals around that everything goes through this base, but isn't actually here for the base. Which is quite nice. Everybody needs a good portal house, you know what I mean? If you don't have a portal house in Valheim, you haven't been playing Valheim long enough. All right, let's head over to let's go showcase the bridge, and then I'll showcase you guys Wang's Pike. Oh, I never ate the other things. I only ate the blood pudding. Heard. Wow, it's already been 30 more minutes. That's crazy. Okay. First, again, I really like this kitchen design. I hung my pots and pans up there. It vented nicely out the back. Pretty easy. I like the way I lined up my cooking stations here. And then these thrones, man. This little micro build with my storage necessary behind. It's not a really big storage house, but it actually fits quite a lot of resources. I didn't run out of resources over there for a while. A little drafting table back here. I never designed deeper than this, but it's a nice spot. My buddy and I always have a philosophy where all of your bases need to have what we call smoking spots. They're just nice places to sit back and relax and have a good time. Just chill. Place to go AFK for a second. A smoking spot. This was our functioning farm that fed all of us over here with all 4 of these nice little plots moved around. I have a double layer, it looks like, back here. Interesting. I don't know what I was doing back there that warranted that, but I know this is our 2-star boar house. Yeah, this is our breeding facility for boars if we need them. Pretty neat. Decently designed, I think. I don't know what's up with these little pillars. I really don't think they're that necessary. And it looks like I'm also missing walls. I definitely didn't have this originally like that. I completed this build. I think structural stability kind of happened and broke stuff down. Also possible some things got destroyed. A lot of this was really early, like I said. And then this farm, the tomb farm. The tomb farm is where we go when you need a lot, and I mean a lot, of wheat. The entire field here in the center. So this is a really interesting spot I found. Completely surrounded by swamp. There was this just isolated plain that had nothing really that interesting in it, but was completely isolated and surrounded on all sides by swamp. So I turned it into a massive, massive farm. This farm feeds the entire server. Whenever we need wheat or flax, we come here. Completely terraced all the way around, and actually planted too with barley right now. I took the time to even plant these giant oaks through the center to make it look pretty nice. There's cloudberries constantly here. Completely spawn-proof and raid-proof as a result. There's not enough material or buildings, I think, here to warrant raids. And this path, I think, most certainly leads to all the way through to Fort Minor down here. I'm a big path builder in Valheim. I'm a big fan of taking the time to build paths between all your bases. It makes me want to do a no map run because I think I'd actually be pretty decent at it. Paths are your best friends in those kind of builds because there's no other way to distinguish where you are. Okay. It's getting to be night. We'll go sleep again in Ying's Wang. But yeah, this is what I was talking about with the lights, man. Look at those. Look at them appearing through, like, the fog at night around the bridges. Just so nice. So nice looking. If my draw distance was better, it'd look even better. Kind of crap on the Xbox, but... yeah, this was definitely one of my favorite spots to look out across. You get a good view of all of the different torches at night. So neat. Plus, yes, all of the little slits on the... slits, to be clear, on the bridge up there also have, like, torches along them, so they really kind of pop out nicely. It's also why I can't wait to play with the mod that lets me just have those always lit, because it's a pain. Sachet's bed? I think that was my mom. It's a pain to light all those torches, dude. Just a general pain. If I knew that my torches would always stay lit, I would incorporate them more in the externals of my base. So that way they provided lighting at specific angles, because Valheim has a truly beautiful lighting engine. For a game that looks like PS2, it does its lighting tremendously well. All right, let's go back down. Spiral around here. It's such an early game. Oh, I totally forgot. This was my first boat, my first carve I ever built. I dismantled and retired it up on top of my forge. So that way it was a little decoration piece and I had it forever. All right, this bridge, man. This bridge took me, I want to say, a week of constantly playing like 10 hours a day to build up and gather all the materials for. And I did it because my buddy Ethan over there was constantly complaining about how he can't get over to our stuff easily. and he wanted to sail under the lower bridges I built. So I built this gigantic tower build with awesome spiral staircase throughout that leads you up to a beautiful carpeted with the carcasses of wolves, nice bridge. This is a genuinely very beautiful bridge. My buddy hated it because he had to spend so long walking around the perimeter of stuff that he's like, I have to spend a minute walking around just to get to you guys. I hate it. And so I was like, fine, man. Fine. I built portals and called them bridge and just linked them up to each other. So that way the bridges, you could completely ignore all the beautiful design and decoration I had for efficiency's sake. It made me cry internally and externally a little that I put so much effort and work into something that was 99% of the time bypassed by these little portals. But it also did come in handy too when I'm fat boy lumbering through that I'm able to teleport stuff through. So I liked his base for a completely new player to the game. It's pretty well done. His bridge was really nice. I like the structural supports. His base is also the one that has the best port access. This exit here actually leads out into the larger sea. You can get to anywhere on the map by going out that direction. This way also leads you out into a larger sea, but it's a little more narrow and channely. This area is completely open sea right away. His venting. That's so neat. Whoa. Sound like something just broke. Huh. Something he was struggling with was the structural supports here below. So he couldn't figure out why his base wasn't really letting him build like roofs and stuff like that. And the main reason he was struggling with was he placed his pillars in a way that they look like right here. Here's a good example. This looks like the top pillar is touching the ground. However, it isn't actually touching the ground. Oh, this one is. Oh, this one is too. I'm speaking out my ass right now. Whenever the item is blue and highlights blue, that means it's actually touching the ground and you have full structural support. So there were some area. Oh yeah, right here. This area, for example, he built a pillar but didn't build this lower one. I just thought it looked close enough to the ground that it'd be fine. It most certainly is not. That's not how Valheim works. Valheim, you need to pay attention. Oh, this one too. Thought this one was close enough to the ground. It was not. This one also. Look at that. That looks like it should be close enough to the ground, but since it's green, it's actually not. Blue means solid foundation structural stability, and you have the maximum amount of support that you can have. Okay, his outdoor smithy's really nice. Shout out Ethan too. I stole some coal to light everything up ahead of time here for this build. His internals are very cozy. I wouldn't have used the red. I don't feel like it pops enough for me to see, but it did for him, so. Genuinely really cozy. I really like his throne. The way, again, he maximized his space on the internals. Cool portal. Really like the design. And he's got a little trophy room in here, it looks like, which is his bedroom. Backup armor on a display. Super nice. And then, yeah, the externals out here. I think there's a little mining camp out there. Labor camp, yeah. But we're done with Ying's Wang. We're gonna head to some of my cooler builds now. The next one up is the Sun Spires. The Sun Spires. What can I say about the Sun Spires? It is my first Plains base. The entry portal you're about to see is my favorite portal in the entire game that I've ever built, because it's got a cool story about it too. So originally when I was landing on this area, I thought I'd have a safe landing, and a Lox came from around this corner of this boulder, right? This was my very first landing right here where this nice little dock is. And then a Lox came from around this stone boulder here. And as it was fighting me, it crushed the boulder, and I was devastated originally. I was like, dude, I can't replace that. I wanted to incorporate this build and build on top of the stone, but now I don't know if I can do that. And then as I looked at it more and didn't give up, it's a good lesson in perseverance. I didn't give up. I carved into it and realized it was such a perfect little portal entry hub right on the edge for the dock. And now it's one of my favorite portal hubs of all time. Little portal entries, rather. Okay, so we've got this nice wraparound staircase coming up before we enter our walled sections here. Beautiful outdoor smithy. This is my Lox breeding pen. Nothing really to it except we got Hades, Persephone, and then the Loxes that are ready to kill. Whenever these guys breed, I let these ones grow up and then slaughter them for their meats, which is why I keep the slaughtering knife, the butcher's knife, mounted to this so I can easily grab it, come in there, and slaughter the Loxes. I like the wraparound forge. And like I said, you don't see a single charcoal kiln in this build. That is because I started to do something very interesting. All of my forges from here on out have these nice little portal networks that hook up through them. So if you've made it to the swamp and can navigate it successfully, yeah, you just heard all the Surtlings die. So all of your forges should have this really nice area where you basically come in. Look at this, free coal. Free coal. Ton of it too. I could grab more if I had more carry weight, but I'm pretty sure I'm super encumbered, yeah. And the way I designed this is it's actually a portal chain. So this takes me back to the Sun Forge. This takes me to the next coal entry. So when I pop in here, it will kill all the Surtlings immediately while I'm spawning in. I can go grab all the resources. That's the sound of them all dying in the morning. Nothing sweeter than that, man. Hyper efficiency. Once you raise up the water a little bit around the Surtling spawn like this, they'll just instantly spawn in and die. Which is pretty cool, because the swamp is already so much low water anyways. And then you just build chains like this. So it takes less than a minute, basically, to completely grab a full inventory of coal and then move on with your day. Most of my structures are all completely identical, so that way it's hyper efficient. You come in there, grab all the coal, come back, and just keep following the chain. The chain will eventually lead you back to the portal room, or the base, at least it should. That's the way I designed them in the future. This is the very first time I ever experimented with this one, so I don't know if it will do that, but my next one at the Pike Point Tavern, which is the best base on the server, leads back. This leads to the Mist Forge, really? Okay, so I connected this one to our Mist Fort base then. Which is this awesome little cove situated on the edge here. It should be entirely raid-proof and spawn-proof. I went around to all the mountains and placed stuff around. The forge itself up here is not complete, mostly abandoned. I was going to build this nice second floor, but I never got around to it. I just made sure it was essentially functioning, and then that was it. Where does this go? The Ike Cage. Okay. But dude, I can't look at this little... What the hell are all those things in the water, man? Are those just fish? Okay. Again, 3 ports, so that way everybody can easily sail in with their longboats into this really nice cove. It's a section of the mist that also isn't mist. This whole port is beautiful, open. There's no mist in the Mistlands to be heard from around this fort, which is mostly why I built here. You can see the thick fog starting out there, and there will be sections of this base that also have the same. Where are my stairs? I know I have stairs up here. Ah, nice. Wrapped around this edge here and down and in. Come on. Fuel that up. Okay. I thought there were more torches. I guess there are not more torches. Still, this is where we have our, this is where we come to make our hider and everything else we kind of need. Where does this go? Portal tag Mist Fort. Oh, I think this goes back to Ying's Wang, so we can definitely get around and explore a little bit more at the Pike Point Tavern that way. For now, I'm going to showcase the Mist Fort too. I really like my dock here. This is my personal dock. The other two docks are for the two friends on the server. There's plenty to get in and out here with. And these beautiful terrace farms. So nice. Haven't had to deal with any raids or any enemies of any kind destroying this section. However, up here, used to connect to what we called the canopy. I say used to because a seeker came along and absolutely, like 2-star seeker came along and floored our entire base. This was our very first kind of, yeah, you can even see the destruction. Oh. Well. Oh, we're through. Okay, good. Yeah, this was originally a very nice, like, outer forge. We thought we were hot shit in the mist at this point because the way we were living was up on the surface up here and nothing was destroying us. And then a seeker came up from the fog and just absolutely melted our shit, dude. Destroyed all the beautiful things we had going on. And we realized we desperately needed to rethink how we went about this life. My buddy, too. Can I make that jump? Nice. My buddy, too, over here had a really cool thing going with this mountain base he had, like. It was kind of like a temple, this little sanctuary on top of the highest point in the mist here he could find. So high up, in fact. Look at this. He's getting snow. It's pretty cool. It's just the problem he ran into was the same problem I had. He constantly hid in fear in the inside here. Because he always had the big floaty brain things somewhere in the fog. And so he was super nervous that his entire base would get destroyed after the Seeker incident, that he basically abandoned this base too. Look at this. No railings along this. Although my buddy also lives by Japles lives by a pretty sweet philosophy he has where he's like, I build them for me, and he's never going to fall off this, according to him. He would never fall off something like this. He doesn't build them for other people, and if they fall, that's on them. Which is pretty based, if you ask me. That's pretty based. Nice little spiral down. I really like that it hugged this rock like that. Kind of almost made it seem like a tree trunk we were building down, but it was actually just a rock. These were naturally spawning. I don't know. They were just some kind of pillars out here, so I incorporated them into the build. And then this section goes to my buddy's actual, Japles' actual little fort he had. It's where he does all of his mist crafting to this day, I think, still. He spends a lot of time fixing it up. It's also where I hunt rabbits sometimes, because they kind of appear in this nice little cove. It's pretty easy. Yeah, just an old abandoned mining thing he built in here. Let's see if there's any torches or things around. I'm not really seeing any. He doesn't light up stuff as much as I do, I think. Oh, here's something. Okay, cool. We've got some kind of vision down here now. I know he's got a campfire somewhere. I just have to find it. Maybe it's on the roof. He does have an upper area. I wonder if that's how he gets his rested bonuses and stuff. How does he get up here? This way? Okay. Yes. Yes, this is where he's got his rested bonus from his campfires and things. Pretty nice little base he's got. I think it's pretty dang close to a lot of the hostile things in the fog, which is why I don't often... I get nervous coming over here sometimes still because of the stuff that jumps me from the fog. I much prefer the safety of the mist port. Ooh. Right, the sap extractors. Carved right through this little mountain. Made this nice little entrance. Ooh, I never lit these. This whole bay looks a lot cooler with the signal fires actually lit. Once I designed the little sections, I gave them free reign to do whatever they want, so it looked like he built a little actually rim or something down there so that we can get to his boat a little easier. I did not design it that way. But once I slotted the things in, like I said, they can do whatever they want with them. Okay. Let's head back to the Sunspires. We just have to kind of go around like this. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Good Sunday. Finish up. Let's see. I only have lox pie left, so I'm going to need to stop and get some salads eventually. I don't think there's any food. There is some cooked food here. Let's see if there's any kind of stamina food. These muck shakes? We'll take these muck shakes. That's actually not bad. And I think we'll take these sausages just because they're here. We don't need much HP. We're just basically touring around, so... There. Topped off. Gave it quite a bit of stamina. Good amount of health in case I fall or jump. Whoop. Sorry about that. Jump for stuff. Okay, the Mist Force connects through. Where does this portal go? Twilight. This is an abandoned base. My second base I tried to build in the mountains. I built it high and found a good location. But I never actually built it. The stone axe. Oh, yo. What? What is this? Get out of my inventory. Over the cliff with you. It's unfortunate this is a blizzard right now. Nothing I can do about that, but this is actually very beautiful, quite open, up the side of a mountain. It's just you can't see it because there's a blizzard right now. You just have to trust me that it does in fact exist. Nice little central area here. I think I did set up in an old fort as well. I just kind of tweaked it from there. I got ready to start making the second full floor, and which would be like the tavern, and then never did. Like I said, abandoned base. I even have a portal to the second floor, which is crazy, but this does go all the way down to the ground down here. So if you look at the map, there's like plains out here, and you can actually see a nice little spot for a dock right here, right from the edge. So I originally built a nice staircase all the way down, and then abandoned the project. It just wasn't what I was looking for, kind of close to other locations. You know how it is. Sometimes you just get lost in the sauce of building and then find out later on that you're like, this is actually crap. I don't know why I built this here. And that was kind of the Twilight Fort to me. Back in the Sun Spires, though, and it is about to be night, which will allow us to nicely sleep. So we showcased the forge. We're gonna go sleep up in our building, up in our nice bedroom, and then give a final tour of the actual base itself. I had to maximize a lot of space that I could on with what I had because I was on top of that rock. I can't really move off of the rock, so I just had to do what I could. This bedroom is actually a really nice little wing extension. I don't have much more stability. It's not really connected that well to stone. Can't really build it out much more than this, so. And if I did, it would look weird. I need to add other kind of structural supports underneath, but I quite like this bedroom. It's one of my favorite bedrooms I built. I just haven't decorated it, micro-decorated it as much. It basically served its function, had its double portals on either side that I could connect wherever I needed to. Bedroom 1 and 2. Backup armor. There was originally a nice black forge around here, but we kind of didn't have as much meat resources as I wanted. Okay. And then up here. Ooh, I have 2 Grey Dwarf eyes. Let's make sure we fully light this up. I saved it for exactly this moment, because the Grey Dwarf eyes give quite a different vibe. Yeah, down here. Live, laugh, locks. My favorite, my favorite little signs across my nice cooking. This was the precursor to the best kitchen I've done, which is at the Pike. I experimented here with double stone ovens on either side. Nice little ledges for the spice racks and the pots and pans to exist. The butcher's table is phased into the corner of the stone, nice and neatly. It's just hyper efficient and pretty. Beautiful little kitchen design here, I think. The fermenters underneath, as well as ingredients with black metal chests on either side. We've got raw ingredients organized on that side and cooked food on this side. So that way when I wanted to sit down and cook, I would basically just cook all of my raw ingredients up highly and then load them all into the cooked food chest and go about my business for a lot of time. I even have a kitchen portal so I can quickly and easily get in there. Behind here is nice and quick storage, conveniently labeled in alternating colors between like the light yellow and the red. And then the upper fort, this is the Sunspire's Tavern. I built this base because Yag is right over here. This was actually Yagolith, so the boss fight. So I knew that this base would become important when we took that boss down. So up here is where I have my guests' bedrooms, so that way when they wanted to come in here and defeat stuff, they can. And they have a nice, neat place to store. There was also extra storage I was working on if I needed it. I really like the roof design, the nice openings. Unfortunately, let in water, so these things are water damaged, and everything below them are, but I don't care. They look pretty. They look really beautiful, man. Core wood keeps the structure up. Just a generally really well designed base. I spent a lot of time in this base, so I'm quite biased to how it looks, but my workbench with all of the extra it's completely leveled up. There's stuff kind of hidden behind, I think, that couldn't quite fit in. Like, I think the logging thing is back there. My forge, really nice. Good black metal here. A second little gathering spot for a nice fireplace. My external hot tub, man. I wrapped this one around and custom built this one into the wood. So it's kind of like a sauna house. Let's see here. Yeah, you just kind of sit in here and chill. Beautiful, overlooking the bay. I wish crystal glass was a little cleaner, but look at that. Just overlooks that nicely. And then for the abandoned base project here. The abandoned base project here was this. I chose this base for these 2 pillars because they were close to each other. And I figured I could build a nice stone base up at the top between them. And I was correct about that. I just never did. Required a little bit of design here, but look at this. We were able to start placing stone and kind of get it figured out from there. And it would sit nestled between these 2 points. I just abandoned this mainly because that base alone was more than enough. Like, this would basically be a weird little mega house on top of these towers and wasn't totally necessary. So that leads off to Yagalith. Really nice, easy path out there. And then we'll move on down to the Pike Point Tavern. The Pike Point. What to say about the Pike Point Tavern? It's in a swamp. This is my swamp. This is my ogre swamp. I convinced my friend Jables to build in the swamp. He thought I was crazy. He didn't have the vision. He's like, why would we build in a swamp? And I was like, we've never done it. And he's like, yeah, because it's horrible. Like, it's going to kill us. There's just stuff everywhere. And I was like, nah, man. See the vision. It'll have dark and murky vibes. It'll be really interesting. It'll be one of our coolest bases yet because of that. And I was correct. I stand on that to this day. To this day, he actually discusses how much that's his favorite base build we've ever done in any of our games over the last 20 years. It beats use your words. It beats Whiterun in Skyrim for him, which is, I mean, Whiterun's an excellently designed town, so. Okay, so to begin, that's kind of how we enter into the Pike, is from that tower there. He's got all kinds of portals on his section here, which is right over here. This is all his stuff. Everything else was built entirely by yours truly. So, we've got these beautiful, for murky wood at least. Am I dying? Oh, I'm taking damage, yeah. Okay. So we've got these beautiful little ports for all of us to sail in. This one actually took more people into consideration. I think I built 5 ports specifically so that way if people ever wanted to come in, and it's stocked fully with boats. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 port slots right now that I can count. A 5th, because there should be a boat there, but that one's mine, and I sail it out often. So it's somewhere else right now. Completely spawn-proof. There are campfires and workbenches hidden all the way around, so that way there's nothing that can spawn an attack in here. This was essentially a little fish hut I built. Just its sole purpose is design. There's really no actually functioning purpose in here. You're gonna see a lot of these burnt resin candles, man. I hate these resin candles. I thought they'd last longer than they do, but they kind of disappear, and then it appears that I'm not able to repair them or stuff more resin in them. Once they burn, they burn, so I don't really know why I built them. I hope there's a mod out there that will let me fix that. The concept behind this was you've ever been like fishing in a crappie hut in your life? This is kind of what they look like. It's just basically a hole into the water that a bunch of people sit around, drink beer, and fish out of all day. And I kind of wanted that same little design because I needed a building structure of some kind here, and that was the whole purpose of this one. Yeah, like I said, this is my personal dock. Usually the others are fully stocked as well. Oh, there's actually even room for another boat in this back slot. This one's not as easy to get in and out of with a longboat, but it is completely doable. I made sure it was saleable in any case. And every dock slot has a spot for a portal in front of it if they need. The immortal trees in the swamp are some of the coolest things to build off of because stuff can't really destroy it because the trees are completely immortal. These little ones, however, can be broken, but the big ones you can fully attach to and build really nice tree houses going up. This is our forge chain. So if you go through this forge portal, you'll end up out this forge portal after you go through all the coal. And again, I'm on council, so I can't place these little bushes. These bushes were just here, and I worked around them the entire time. These little firs here, worked around them the entire time. Any nature around this base, I just didn't destroy. I just naturally built around it, which is pretty cool. Speaking of storage systems, this is the biggest one I have on the server. For now, I have one that was currently being built, but it connects through to the storage room so everybody can easily and quickly store and find any resources they may need around in the edge, as well as open slots for new things at the time that we didn't have yet that could be placed there as well. I frequently fill up all 3 of these wood chests and all 3 of these stone chests and then build something and run through all of them immediately. Kind of crazy, but... And like I said, can't destroy the bushes. This bush spawned, and I built around it. PC folk don't get that. They just place a bush, man. They do all kinds of landscaping and nice structural design, and I gotta work with what I got on console. The pike point goes all the way around, nice perimeter, and links back into the dining room, which looked nicer, but I got rid of a lot of the lighting I had in this base, specifically because I thought the resin candles would be enough, and now I can't. The resin candles burnt out, and I seem to not be able to replace them, so. I built a nice window for the kitchen here with smoking food, kind of designed like an actual kitchen, like a commercial kitchen where cooks will put their food in the windows and waiters will bring them out. And you can see the inspirations from the pike point, from the Sunspire's Tavern here. I just wanted this kitchen to be the end-all, be-all of all kitchens on the server. If you needed to come in and cook, you came to the Pike Point Tavern because it's got triple oh baby, a triple. It's got triple campfires here, quadruple stone ovens, nice and neatly fit in, and then beautiful organization behind with edible ingredients, raw meat, other ingredients, fermenters, the specific things we need for a lot of the foods that we end up building. There should be, oh, neat and easily labeled Eider food, health food, stamina food. Speaking of which, let's grab some salads back. Oh, I guess we'll grab the scorching medleys, actually. We have plenty of that. Health food. Let's replace the sausages with roast chicken. And I always try to keep these stocked. It kind of became a problem when I was the only one cooking and everybody else was actively playing. But since no one else has been really playing on the server for a while, I've actually been able to get the stocks up really nicely. So that way you can easily come in and grab whatever you need. I think Eider food is the least made one. No, I actually have quite a bit out here. That's kind of crazy. I don't use anything really with magic. Not a magic kind of player. I'm a sword and board kind of player. Feast ingredients, barley flour. Just generally really nice. And then we go up to the second floor across this beautiful little spiral staircase. The second floor is our nice forge. And again, it looked a lot nicer when I had the resin candles actually lit. We deposited the chest here to make this kind of look nice. I like that a lot. I liked how I built these workbenches naturally to make them kind of look like an actual workbench that you would work on here. I'll record my discoveries there. And then here is our black metal forge with bolts and arrows right above, and they should actually be completely stocked, yeah. So whenever you run out of arrows, you just have to come over here and quickly grab them and move on with your day. I always try to keep that chest stocked nicely. I built this base with everybody else in mind, except for the top floor. The top floor is my personal structure, man. So, gotta say hello to Senor Swag. A chicken that got out of its coop and kind of moved over here and just moved into the base. So we keep him trapped inside here at the base at all times and have a strict closed door policy. My attic room, though. Nice feast tables. Easy bedroom access. This was where I experimented with lifting my bed up to make it look like it actually had a nice bed frame, and it allowed me to store like some personal chests underneath. When I have more items, I will be depositing them onto the walls. Pretty nice there. You get, I think, the most comfort in the base in this chair. I think this is where the highest amount of comfort in the base ends up being when everything is possibly lit. But again, you can see the Sunspire's inspiration here. Nice little sauna room, completely enclosed. Set that spawn there. Backup armor everywhere. You need good backup armor so that way you can quickly and easily grab stuff. We fully explored this area, so let's go and showcase some other stuff. Where does this go? Ah, okay. That goes out to the other fort. I quite like how I wrapped this around the tree. It looks a lot better. Originally, these two areas were separated, and my buddy kind of had to move all the way down to the ground and up just to go craft, and this was an elegant and really neat solution to that problem. His bases are always a little more esoteric. They're always a little more enclosed than I would build mine. His build style is very much avant-garde. He's very move stuff around, place them where he needs. Builds as he goes. It makes for all of his bases are always very unique. There's never a base that is ever the same with any of his builds. Got his little porch that extends out over here. This was all extension areas that we could be building more buildings, or if we ever got more people to move onto. Valheim, yes, Mom. Well, Valheim. I'm touring my server before we shut it down. Let's see here. Let's get out of this area section. I love his doorways with the little banners like that. It's just really neat. Bob, forward operating base. Tower 1. Tower 1 to Raven 1. We are a go for launch. Okay. This is where the base really started to shine for me because I kind of wrapped it around in the swamp. The Pike Point Tavern is obviously awesome. I really love the way that this is designed out like this. Kind of got a vibe to the wet and rainy like this. And again, fully spawn-proof, completely functional. At the time, the only ivy wall growth we had were the vineberry clusters, which we do need to grow anyways, so I placed them everywhere. Everywhere to really start adding color to the base. This takes us to the Ember Fort. This is all of the Ashland stuff, man. It's super dangerous out there, so like I'm not really going to showcase it, I don't think. Plus, nothing's actually been built nicely out there yet because we don't have the shield generator to build out in the Ashlands yet. When I start a new server, I'd really like to build a good base in the Ashlands. I try to make it work. I try to make a base in every single biome before, and the Ashlands is the only one I haven't really built in yet. This is the witch's hut. Oh, man, the witch's hut. Nice, easy, clean design. Takes us through to the trader as soon as I found her. I built a nice little section for her. It's a her, right? I think so. I've only been out here like once or twice to get what I need and then kind of design while I designed it. And then never really did anything else with it now. Is that a hostel? Oh, it is. Bonk. Kavaster. Yeah, this is the witch, right? I can talk to her and trade stuff? Yeah, okay. Oh, I probably need the candle wicks, and I might be able to replenish those resin candles. That would make sense. It doesn't make sense to me that they would build a resin candle and then not have a way to replenish it or fix it up. This is a light, right? Yeah. Put the mace back on the back. But yeah, that just takes you to the nice witch's hut. Basically, I have fast travels around to all of the different traders because you should, especially on a long-term server. You just kind of need to get over to those locations every now and then. We're running out of stuff to showcase at this point, I think. Besides old abandoned fort builds, I can showcase. Chicken hut. I built a double gate here, so that way if any chickens manage to get through here, it kind of stopped them from getting out into the main base. One Senor Swag is enough. We did not need multiple Senor Swags. This is a really neat path to an extra cool base location that also became a farm for a mini farm. For if I didn't want to go out to the main farm at the tomb farm, I could just kind of come out here to the Plains Island. Because if you look at the map, this is Plains. This is like this beautiful, nice swamp, and then this entirely awesome Plains Island that was really easy to spawn proof. My buddy built here. It kind of sucks there's fog right now, so you guys can't see it that well, but yeah, he started to build out here. He contracted me to build the roof, but he didn't contract me to build walls, so I only built him a roof. And then said the walls are for you, but then he never logged in and played again. So this farm, quite nice. It's where I moved all of my beehives. Sucks about the darkness right now, and I don't think there are torches. Wow, is it dark? Oh my goodness. I think this was a cock and balls. It was. All right, let's get out of here. It is way too dark, man. Luckily, not luckily, it's all planned. We've got these really nice, well-lit fireplace pathways to follow to get back to the pike point. Look at that. Doesn't matter how foggy it is, you can clearly see where you gotta go. And like I said, I spent time, so it should be spawn-proof all the way around. Which means you're never jumped by angry things. I suppose the Banshee could probably jump you here because they can spawn up in the sky and float down to you, but I also haven't seen one that happen at the pike. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Man, I can't get over how nice the pike point is. I'm gonna miss this pike quite a bit. Quite a bit. I really didn't expect to fall that in love with the swamp like I did. But it's by far one of my favorite biomes. It's just such a mood. The constant rain, good resources, always having access to iron. Really nice. Let's sleep to get better vision. So for showcasing stuff. I've got a couple more builds I can showcase. The Golden Port is where I've been going for most of my iron on the server, but I'm running out of iron mines to actually go grab now, so there's not much more to grab over there. Still, pretty well-designed little mining fort. Just got, like, some nice smithing out there. Let's showcase here. Yeah, who's got time to waste on stairs? I don't know where most of these portals go. Oh, I know where the Spider Eye goes. The Spider Eye is a cool base. I've been building it. It's like a forward operating base to go into the Mistland and take out the spider or the Mist Queen. And it was my experiments with Grouston and kind of figuring out how it works. Yep, light up, please. And it looks rather nice, I think. I quite like this exit. The balcony looks pretty sweet. This is a design, though. It's not actually finished yet. I just heard a seeker. I definitely heard a seeker, right? I wonder if it's out that way. Last thing I want is to be jumped while I'm showcasing stuff. Man, it's so freaking dark, dude. Can I craft a torch in my inventory? Yes, crap. Come on, over there. And then we'll grab the hoe and get rid of that for now. Nice. I designed 3 bedrooms, so that way we all had nice spawns. I think they look pretty clean. They're not bad for how this base was mostly for function. So that way we can end up quickly and easily going to fight out this way. The queen is right here. This little section does go all the way nice and neatly over there. Oh, hey, hello. Hello, we're getting out of here. Don't want to fight that. Thank you very much. It would blow up everything. Hey, that's my boat, though. That explains where that went. That's crazy, dude. I could have sworn this was spawn-proof. They must have destroyed stuff at some point while I was out here. There's no way that should actually be able to be spawned like that. What's its health at? Oh, I can't tell. Oh. Well, I fired now, so we're leaving. We're leaving. I'm not dealing with that. Let's see. Where else are we going now? I think we've got... This goes nowhere. I found that out when I walked through it as I was lighting stuff up. His fobs are almost always operating bases. There's nothing interesting. I think this was one of the library towers we broke down. Let's see. There's some other interesting stuff going on at the Pike Point. I can show you the Golden Fort. The Golden Port, not fort. Some interesting abandoned projects, as well as mega builds. I wish my buddy was on right now, so that way I could... Yeah, so that way I could showcase exactly his builds with him. Oh, hey, dude. Are you really gonna fight me right now? I do not... Oh! Well, awesome. I don't have to deal with that. There we go. Okay, the Golden Port is down here in our nice little portal entrance. Pretty simple little base. Not much to it as far as the design goes. This was originally like a witch's hut that I just kind of spruced up a little bit. Started giving myself a nice stone oven, and I started building another structure that was supposed to be here. But like I said, I think I've only got a few sunken crypts left in this area, so it's kind of a dead base. I didn't even build a forge over here. Like I'm still using a basic charcoal kiln, like some kind of peasant. But the paths go all the way through. The Golden Port is not very golden. That's why it's named appropriately. A lot of my stuff gets named ironically, not actually what those things are. Except the Pike Point Tavern and the Sun Spires. Those are very accurately named bases because of the 2 towers. Let's see. Let's head back to Ying's Wang. and go check out some of the other portals. At some point, I did wise up. It took me like 200, maybe 300 hours to wise up and actually start naming portals and dropping them on the map so that way I could just quickly connect to them. Twilight connects over, Mistfort connects over. Okay, let's pick one of our portals and go see what's going on. Castaway Bay and the Stormalong Harbor are pretty interesting. They're little islands out here in the middle of the sea, so they were going to be a AFK spot. So let's check. What did I name that portal? I named it Sunnyville. That doesn't seem right, but well, that's what the portal's called. That's what the portal's called. Hey, it does. It works. Okay, cool. I think I originally had some other kind of name that was completely appropriate, but the game said that it was like, it flagged it for profanity, so I was like, okay, I'll come up with some other name, and Sunnyville's just kind of what I came up with. This was the start of like a pool. I wanted this to be like a pool house. Just kind of a long-term project. Like, look at how cool this base would be. Where even are we? We're in the middle of the ocean. There is nothing that can possibly spawn or attack you out here. This was we were trying to recreate the magic of the Ying Wang area where I built on this side. And Japel's built out over here. He's even got deer spawns. That's pretty crazy. That's crazy that deers can spawn out here for him. It looks like he was experimenting with raising some land up out here in the ocean. Man, just the dead-ass middle of the ocean, and there were like these little rocks. That's why I kind of pinged them, because I thought they'd be really interesting for bases. Counts as the Black Forest, too. Let's see, what other abandoned bases can we get into trouble with here? Pop back through to the Pike, or the Wang. I've got a location on a mountain, I think. Just so many points. Look at that hodgepodge of points all over the map, man. Okay. I can at least toggle the cartography table on and off. Okay, this is where the Twilight Retreat was. This was where the Mining Retreat is, the Golden Port, and the Sun Spires. E. This was definitely a fast travel. I just don't know if I can remember the name of it. Edge Forest was kind of an interesting location, but I abandoned it. There's nothing really over there. The Bone Zones. Those are the abandoned towns and taverns built in the meadows that have Draugr and infestations of them. We call them Bone Zones. Hella levs. This was there's some leviathans over here, and because of the nature of this little like junction, there were several times where we were sailing in the fog and just slammed right into it, man. Spider Eye Tavern over by the Queen. Plenty of forts built in the Ashlands. That's the Frost Fort. Bone Mass. So the lore of this world's pretty interesting. So I went to the east and my buddy Japels went to the west, and that's basically how we lived. And as you can see from the west side, he's got no swamps. Virtually zero swamps without any iron of any kind. And everything on the east side that I've been living at is just so unbelievably loaded with the crypts that it's just gross, man. I've never once struggled for iron, and he just could not find it for the life of him. So it was just kind of like an inside joke that like the resources are plentiful in the east and bare bones in the west. I think that honestly does it for the tour. I've pretty much covered everything I want. It took me an hour and 40 minutes to kind of cover that. So I don't really know what to do from this point onward, except maybe play some RimWorld or check out Palworld again. Head back over to Palworld. I think I might head over to Palworld as a result of this. Let's see here. I might even call stream early too, around 9 or so. I thought invite to server was going to be your Discord. Welcome in, Leywin. No, they're invites to my servers that I run and pay for. So, like, I've got a Palworld server that's up right now. This is also my Valheim server that is up and available. So, you can redeem to get access to those communities if you just want invites to them and stuff. I probably do need to add a Discord because it'll make it easier to actually send those invites. Right now, I just kind of ask you to put your, like, who am I inviting to in order to get the information out. But yeah, they're for community builds, those kind of things. Let's go ahead, log out here, head over to Palworld. I think for the next hour or so. Let's update our titles. I'm not gonna update my title. It's fine. Let's go. Let's change the game though. Change over to Palworld. Done there. Let's also change this. Am I set to game capture? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and toggle that. Put the webcam on. Nice. And then start playing. Minimize that. Minimize that. Swap the second screen. Source. Display. Turn off the console. We'll be back to Age of Wonders tomorrow, which is pretty cool. By the way, I didn't mention, but my video is out on Saturday. It was the Baelor fight, the turn 12 Baelor fight. I was pretty happy with my thumbnail. I used the meme, the white couch meme, and put the Baelor on the couch, and then Slither hatchlings behind the Baelor. Pretty happy with the way that video turned out. I added in a bunch of GIFs and like tried to add in some humor to the analysis to the video this time, which I don't know if they landed. They landed for me. I found them funny. So let's see here. What else do we need to toggle on? Let's put some music on. We need to move OBS over. That's already over. Nice. Social Stream Ninja's fine. That's fine. All the rest of this is fine. Let's move Pandora over, though, so we can get that music going. Skip there. Dark Horse and Juicy J is how we're starting Palworld off with? Yeah, all right, bud. All right, I'm down. Ooh, it would. Okay. I really like that Palworld hides my password. Valheim doesn't. Valheim, I have to toggle on and off my scenes in order to not leak my password info. Nice. We got that polymer done. Is anyone broken? No, everyone was working just fine. Nice. Stored appropriately, looks like. Yeah, look at that. Everybody got to work. Oh, sweet. And we got our palladium fragments done. Store all that. There's no going back. Let's start a lot more assault rifle ammo. Ah, gunpowder. Need gunpowder more than I need that. Password's password. Yep, you got me. Try 7. There's no way the password's just 7. Oh, come on. That's lazy writing. Gunpowder. That's what we're looking for, right? Right, boss? Yeah. Okay. I need charcoal for gunpowder? I suppose that makes sense. I was kind of hoping it'd be coal, but all right. Let's go ahead and start up some charcoal then. We'll make maybe like 400 of it. I don't know, dude. That sounds like a fine amount. And then we'll start up like 40 gunpowder. Should be 80 something gunpowder. Have new buildings available? What do I have? Ooh, exit signs. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I can't wait to actually design a really nice base besides the one that we've currently got going on. See if anyone else is on the server. No, no one else is on the server. Okay. What do I want to do? We've got 1 legendary spear, 63 hypers, and 114 ultras. I think we go catch some stuff. I'm still not sold on Daydream, so I'd like to try and get a better... Oh, I should move my mic closer, too. I'm still not sold on Daydream, so I kind of want to get a different PAL. Ideally, an electric type, because I have Dark already from Noct, my Pyron Noct in Nebula, so... Let's check out the map and see where we want to go. I know we beat the last 2 bosses. We're a little behind being able to take out this one right now, not at least with the amount of bullets that we've got. There's no going back. I think we'll just grab a bunch of these fast travels, man. Doesn't seem like a bad idea to me. Woo-wee. Okay. Woo-wee. Nebula. We ride! Got plenty of gobfins. Spirit fire? Goodbye. And all of you are going to be dying. Xenovander. I want to catch more of these. F to dismount. Nope. Don't want to summon that one. I want to summon Bean. Thanks, buddy. We just redeemed Hydrate. Okay. Mercy hit. Oh, we can use hypers on these guys. Nice. Decently, it's interesting that they mined for us already. Gee. Oh, come on. That's a perfect shot. Ah, boss. Nothing makes me more frustrated than knowing I definitely shot through that gap, but because there's collision block boxes, I didn't actually shoot through the gap. There's my hydrate. How's your guys' trip going so far? I've been seeing the pictures. It looks like you guys are having fun. All right. Do I need whatever this is? I think I do. I don't actually know if I have all these. But in any case, releasing them also gives us the little heart, right? Yeah, they've gifted me a peach, which when consumed improves the bond between things. We'll improve the bond between me and Alfonso. Alfonso! Ah, that's where we're headed. We're also headed to the church ruins. Very nice. Okay. Nice. Whoops. I was expecting to go higher than that. There we go. That's what I was expecting to happen. Oh, do we just grab onto the bamboo? I might disable interspecies experiments just because I hate floating. I hate floating objectives. They distract me so much. I end up naturally gravitating towards wherever that pinpoint is. And I've got other things I'm doing. I'm trying to go to the left right now. We found palm trees on the beak on Lake Erie. Oh, wow. I didn't know palm trees could grow on Lake Erie. I thought Lake Erie only grew, like, dismal stuff. Like, I got nothing. I'm actually trying to think of something dismal that would grow on Lake Erie, like willow trees, maybe? Just a bunch of crying willow trees. Oh, I haven't. Oh, yeah, I've beaten the foxbark. Okay. It's so weird zooming out like that gets rid of it. Oh, I meant to slide. I hit the wrong buttons. Ha ha. Well, I didn't really gain much momentum, so I'm probably going to summon Alfonso as we float into the water here. Let's go, buddy. Swim! We do have all of our Noxes done. We've got all the Ribbunnies. You don't really need hyperspheres for this area if we do encounter anything we don't have either. I should probably swap to my pals just in case. Eat! Dude, that's cool. Oh, Tansy. See? E. Oh, nope. Well, Tansy's dead. Tansy did not die because I missed. I got lucky there. We'll take this free chest. Good XP. How many Tansies do I need? I don't really know. I'm just going to start chucking spheres. I didn't pay attention. I didn't pay attention at all. One more. Stay in your sphere. Nice. All right, where is this fast travel? I should be nearing it. Ah, okay, it's over by that church. Have all of those down there. I probably should get the grappling gun. My problem with the grappling gun is I have to take up one of my weapon slots to toggle between it right now. That's not really something I want to do. Sort of have everything I kind of want. I've got a melee, I've got a pick, I've got a fishing rod, and I've got my range. I suppose I could start trying to replace the sword, but I don't really want to. All right, we've got all the fast travels on this island. Let's head over this one, Isle of Murmurs. Among a million different people from one day to the next. I need to go east, right? I didn't choose my cardinal directions poorly. Premises are caught. Hello, who are you? Newbie pal tamer. I'm a pal tamer too. My goal is to become the strongest. Care to test my skills in a duel? Sure, buddy. Am I... Did I win? Is it over? Oh, well, he said to the death, man. So I gave him... He asked for the smoke. I gave him the smoke. That mushroom land looks pretty cool, but I think I've already been there. I have not been to this island. This is why we're heading over here. Yeet! Flap them little wings, Alfonso! Flap! Oh, well, I kind of hoped I would glide, but I did not. And the nearest fast travel is... Where at? Directly in front of me, but there's also some kind of fights I need to have over here. I think I could take all the fights pretty much in this area. I doubt they're high level. It would be so Pal World, though, to have them actually be, like, a cracked out, like, level 40 or 50 or something. But I think I'm around that anyways, so... I'm very close. I'm still surprised I haven't seen it yet. I wonder if it's a boss that's, like, hanging out in the pond or something. Like, in this area, this kind of seems like where it'd be. Ah, do mud. Okay, dismount. Will this damage me? Oh, yep, it did. I am lucky I didn't fall from a higher height. I think I can just shoot it. Yeah. Bean, get him. Should be easy. 50%. Stay in the sphere. Oh, do mud. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I don't even need you. Got him. There is another boss to our south. All the way to our south. Wow. Have I caught all my rubies? Yeah, I've caught all my rubies. Ruby was my original, when I very first played this game, it was my starter pal after I caught a Sparkit. Sparkit was the very first one I ever played with, but Ruby was the one I chose. Just the first one I encountered. I know most people encountered the lamb balls and stuff first, but like I didn't actually fight any of the things. I didn't know that I really could. And then as I was walking, I was like, okay, I like whatever that is. We're going to try and grab it. That was a boss. Oh. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. That's an interesting sleeping position, buddy. Will this kill? Yeah, all right. I need to basically use Bean for everything because otherwise we basically one-tap all these guys. Ooh, but we're firmly in hypersphere territory. No way that catches. No way that catches with a 4%. Wow, all right. Yeah. Oh, did we throw too high? That one hit her right in the cooch. Got her. Blast him, Bean. Come on. Good. And then this one. One more hit. Nice. I think we can hit that from here. Ah, a little higher. Little higher. Right on the head. Good shot. First try. You all saw it. And that does it for the Scutlasses. We've got all the Doomuds now. We've got all the Lovanders. Right? I think we have all the Lovanders. We might be one short on the Lovander. I don't know. I already grabbed this. I guess not. I just opened it. Unless those regenerate. They might. I don't know. Man, I love Nebula. Come on. Can I not pick? I know I can pick this up. Thank you. Oh. Whoa. We just got stuck in some weird geometry. Okay. Get this. Nice. We're going to hit the turbo. Wow, that's a cool slide up there. Got all my dig choices. I do not have all my dazies yet. Now we should have them. Or be very, very, very close. Might be 4 of 5, but I think this is 5 of 5. Yeah, that's 5 of 5. Okay. Thought I heard a shiny for a second, or a lucky. Guess I didn't. Scutless is done. Can I just, like, get across this? I think so. Doesn't look that deep. It was for a little bit, but I should be okay. Are you gonna main Lavander? Special number 2? I don't think I'm gonna main Lavander. I think it takes a special kind of person to main Lavander. You know who you are if you want to main Lavander. Alright, there's another fast travel around to the north. That's a level 70 thing out there? Really? Oh, I'm just trying to mount my Alfonso. Alfonso! We're going for a swim, buddy! Well, I'm level 48. I'm close enough to 70. Maybe I'll get a challenge out of this. Deserted Islet. Okay. There's somebody on this island. Okay. Dismount. Pull you in. Ancient civilization researcher? Who is that? You're a human? My apologies. I never thought I'd imagine that I'd meet another person out here. Well, they're all over the beach right outside your big thing, so you can definitely see them, man. Yeah, I'm a pal tamer. What's it to you? I'm a researcher here studying ancient civilizations, searching for signs of a giant whale. These remains are supposed to be enshrined in the prairies, the volcano, the snowy mountain, and even here on this remote island. With that haircut, he can't see anything. True. Sure, he's got the anime protagonist hairstyle right there. They thought to belong to a species of massive prehistoric whale-like pal. Now that you've come all the way out here, you're completely stuck. Come on now. I found a clue here. From what I've discovered, it responds to a specific kind of frequency. Sound in particular. I don't know what kind of sound. Could I investigate the 4 regions for me? What do I say? I say I've already been doing that, man. A faded schematic? Okay. Anthelos. Oh, this is a main mission? Well, I've already just looked at 2 of 4 of them. Oh, okay. I kind of wish it would unping the ones that I've already searched. I'm not going to lie to you guys on that one. I don't think I searched that one. I did not search any bones on the lava. I did search this one and this one. So I've only got this one and the lava to grab. Oh, this is a boss. Oh, okay. Heard. Not the mission at the moment. The mission is the Isle of Murmurs and the garden beneath the cliffs. We'll hit up the garden first. Alejandro, here we go. Fight the boss. I got this. I'm gonna get smoked, man. He's 30 levels higher than me. That's not how RPGs work, boss. You're either over leveled or the level, or you're just in a. You can not easily. You can always beat stuff in RPG games like this. It just takes time. You have to basically no-hit yourself and do 1 damage endlessly, and be fine with sitting there locking in for 8 hours straight. If I had more bullets, I might do it. I've only got like 300, 250. It literally says how many. Use my eyeballs, guy. Can't call yourself a professional streamer if you can't keep track of your ammo count. You know what I mean? Don't call my name, Alejandro. We got all the Rayhounds. Cigarette love, just call my name. Okay. I don't need Mammoress. I don't need that. I do need the Wyvern back there. Yeah, basically my mom caught a lot of these, so I did not. Hydro laser. Let's see how fucking brutal this is. Brutal. Brutal is the answer. Well, whoops. My bad. My bad, boss. You probably had a Wyvern family. You don't anymore. Did I really grab this? I'm starting to think these regenerate. Maybe I should be picking them up significantly more often than I've been. I got the fast travel over there. Don't call my name, Alejandro. You know what? Since this is a cliffside, we're gonna slide here. Nope, damn it. Come on, I need you. Swim here faster. Thank you. I don't think I grabbed this one. If I didn't grab this fast travel, I definitely didn't grab whatever this thing is. Plus, I believe visually they have that little light beacon at the top of them if you've never grabbed them. Yes. Okay. F. Hacker man, engage! Oh, I messed up. R. There we go. There we go. That's embarrassing. Thermal undershirt schematic. I don't need that, man. Thanks, though. I have the multi-shirt. I don't need another shirt in existence now because of that one. Alejandro. We're flying. Come on, get over there. Yes. $263 meters. I don't know if it's faster to be on Alfonso here. I think I'm going to go on to Nebula. Nebula is definitely faster. Oh, yeah. Like a rocket. No fall damage on her. All right, where are we headed? Cannot talk while mounted. We're going to go onto this island. This little mushroom place seems pretty interesting. Oh, well, we're swimming now. I don't know if we can make it there. We're kind of burning stamina pretty quickly. She might drown a little. It's fine. She'll just take in a little seawater and we'll cough it out of her and she'll be all right. I wonder if I can mine these mushrooms. I can, at the very least, grab these. What level are these things? 46. Okay, we're in serious territory now. Everything is appropriately leveled. Have I caught all my Grintails? Well, we caught 3 of them, so hopefully that's enough. It should be, yeah. And that should be 5 of 5. Mimog done. All right, cool. Now we don't need to worry about those guys. I'm going to see if I can mine these. Ooh, I can. What do they give me? Mushrooms. Duh. Of course. Why did I expect anything different, man? They're gigantic mushrooms. Of course they'd give me mushrooms. Where did those little mushroom pals go? I saw them walking. They were like mushroom dinosaurs. Oh. Hey, come back here. Bean. Get him. Okay, wow. Bean can't hit him. A little too far away. That was a good hit. 26%. Come on, stay in the ball. Ah. Come on, Bean. One big... Oh, dude, that doesn't splat in the water. It's so annoying. All right, it's as low as it can possibly get, so now I just kind of got to catch it. We just kind of got to eat it. Doesn't matter how many spears. Dude. Whoa. Oh, it pissed off the Kojiro. Wow. What is still fighting me? Did it do that from the grave? That's crazy. What? Did it explode again? I don't see what I'm being attacked from, man. I'm clearly being attacked. Oh. That guy? All the way over there? Shit. Oh, I'm so low. We're doing all right, though. We're doing all right. Hatalia blessed us back up. We'll be okay. I just need you to stay in the sphere. Dude, you're killing me. Thank you. Legendary spheres all over, so maybe this is fully legendary sphere territory now. Probably is. I was only getting 30% on that ultra, so. Gold keys are all over. Heard. It's a frost one. Watering bow. Whoa, okay. Okay, we're fighting. Wow. That was major damage. Okay. Come on. Got him. All right. I can't catch those, right? I don't think I can catch those. I think I just have to beat them. Well, we kind of went through most of our ammo. That is okay. We didn't end up getting anybody fainted, which was my biggest concern. I didn't want to be trapped on this island without bad pals. This is a really nice base. I like how flat this is. There's got to be a fast travel somewhere. Can I open this? Oh, no, I can grab this. Come on. Pick up. Her bill. The Mushroom Island's pretty deadly. Not gonna lie. Oh, and there's actually, like, people here, too. That is a random structure. That's not a human structure. No way someone built like this. Yeah, Moonflower Jenin. I don't know if I can take those guys on. Not with as little ammo as I have. I guess we'll try. Let's see here. Let's see what my Spirit Fire does. Not enough. We're definitely getting the hell out of here. Nebula! Why did we just freeze? What did I push? What'd I do? Fuck. Wow, I didn't even get the fast travel. So I gotta haul my ass across the water to get my shit. Oh, that's okay. We're doing the thing where we're definitely not supposed to be here. They only damaged me. Oh, I just realized they weren't even really damaging Nebula. They were mostly damaging me. Interesting. Maybe that's probably my bad, because I assumed it was a bit like Ark, where like if I was on my pal, they'd mostly target the pal's health first, and that doesn't seem to be the way that works. Sakurajima. Oh, we're on the island, the Japanese island. Okay. I've seen some stuff on the wikis where it recommend it, like when I'm looking for materials, it's like you can get them here. I didn't know where this was. I didn't realize it was this close. I try not to click wiki links as much as possible, but sometimes I need to know where a specific thing is in order to craft it. And then once I get to a wiki page that it's like, you can get it from this location, I'm like, oh, okay. I will not read any farther about whatever that location is. I will just kind of take note of generally where it is and then head that way. There was an egg here. Where was it? Ah, there it is. Come on. Huge rocky egg. What can I possibly hatch that's rocky out here? I don't see many huge rocky eggs. Thank you for my stuff. Chat knows I at least try to be vague as possible to avoid spoilers, and I very much appreciate it. Not a lot of chats have that. Sometimes chats have to have the moderators come through and just start banning people, you know, in mass because you're spoiling stuff. But my least favorite thing about when I die is that I have to reorganize my inventory how I like it. I wish I could kind of like lock these slots so that way they always reappeared here when I need to loot my stuff back. That there. I need my assault rifle ammo. Where's it at? I don't like being spoiled either. If I like a game or plan on playing it, I couldn't watch much of Resident Evil 9, for example. I go so far with it too, where like I struggle very hard to communicate with friends about launches of stuff because everybody's like talking about a trailer, right? They're like, "Oh, did you see that new trailer?" And I'm like, "No. No, and I will not watch it. You should not share that to me. I will not watch it." Because to me, trailers often give away the best parts about games or movies or whatever it is. They're giving away the best parts because it's in the trailer. And I hate that. I hate that so much. Bean. Take this. Bean. Free XP. Take it. Gale Claw Nikujaga. Eating it will increase my defense by 25%. Okay. Works for me. Whoa. Oh. Oh, we're just going to follow this guy in, boss. Why work when the Alpha Pal can stomp it for me? How far do these go directly where I point them to, right? I know they smoked me last time, but that was last time, and this is now. Oh. Dogen. Wow, I don't have that pal, whatever that is. But they one-tapped me last time. I lied. I thought the rampaging guy would do a little more. Whoa, hello, herd. I see you. Still recommend doing the highest ranked expedition on Clockwork. You get free spheres and can't fail them. That's at the base, right? I haven't been. My mom's been telling me to do those, and I haven't been doing any of those. And since I beat 4 bosses now, I probably should. It's literally free like ultra spheres and legendary spheres. I'm just not just wasting. Bounty intel dealer and arrogant pal critic. The giant structure I'm putting off my list. You're only at the 2 boss levels. Let's go start one of those. Now that I got this fast travel, I can come back here. Plus, I'm kind of full on inventory, so this will help me deposit stuff. Really need to upgrade my inventory space, but I haven't built the medium pouch because I'm waiting for the large one. Okay. How close am I to that as well? First things first, stow. Yep. Everything out of the inventory. Okay. That's ammo. That's kind of interesting. Let's move. I don't care about these, dude. I'm going to deposit them in there because I simply don't care. Hopefully my gunpowder's done. Almost full already on more schematics. I'm going to have to start combining stuff soon. Where do I store my pal souls? I guess not in any of these chests. I thought I stored them in these ones, but deposit that there. Ooh, I should have eggs. Let's see what we hatched. Nothing. Ha! Well, that's what I get for being hyped about something I already did. Whoops. Okay, not this chest. This one. All right. Now we're good. We're completely organized. Let's see what kind of text we have. Where's that large bag? Ah, see, I'm 2 levels away from the large pouch, so I'm just going to wait for the large pouch, man. We'll grab the ultimate sphere. I definitely will need that. The cold food box sounds cool. I need plasteel. That armor would help out tremendously, but I'm still waiting for blueprints. I try to wait for blueprints so I don't have to sink the points into them. Impressive firepower and is easy to handle. Wow. I imagine the computer's important, so we'll take that. Oh, snowy greenery set. The Japanese style structure set. Nice. Interesting. Multiple pals can use that? What's the difference between the crude oil extractor and the high pressure? It can produce crude oil even in areas without oil fields. Ah, I see. Okay. This requires the node. This allows you to place it wherever you want. We definitely want the sniper module too. The large ceiling lamps. These road signs and barricade sets. Item retrieval machine sounds really nice. A device that lets you freely access items from all chests in the base. Yeah, I think we'll take that too. Quartz quarry coming up soon. Just sounded like Professor Quill. Couldn't say the Q out. I think we'll take the advanced fishing rod. And that actually seems like it's it for now. I don't really care about taking any of the rest of this stuff. Ooh, we'll take this flag set. I lied. Large pal bed too. Electric egg incubator requires electricity, but automatically heats the inside of the incubator at appropriate temperatures. Oh, that's cool. Wow. There's just so much cool stuff, man. And I didn't enhance myself either. We're going to go work speed. It's a bad working conditions. Well, I didn't ask you to work like that, man. The research station also allows faster hatching of eggs. Ooh, nice. That's the reason I haven't on our server here changed it so that way oh my god, just brain fart. Oh, I haven't changed our server settings so that way it has instant like hatching speed or anything like that because there's plenty of upgrades options to them. You know what I mean? Pal metal ingots and plasteel can now be crafted over here. Quartz is needed before we really get those going though. And we've got plenty of gunpowder now, so let's go ahead and make like 150 of this. Can I craft this? Oh, yeah, nicely. Okay. Petey, help me craft. I got other stuff I want to do. Okay. SMG, pal metal pick, metal bat. I think that does less than my, oh, it does more than my sword. Heard. I should probably start looking to swap out my sword soon. We'll go with 25. I don't want to fully get rid of all my gunpowder, so we'll go ahead and start that. I'm going to craft it right now. I'm not even going to wait. Oh, wow. Never mind. I'm going to wait. That's so long. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. 2 new creatures you're very much into? We're rocketing through the gunpowder now, though. Look at that. Look at him just craft, man. I want these out of the way because there's some new stuff that I can craft here at this table, but I didn't do it. What are the 2 new pals? Or rather, what types are they? You know what? Give me the types. I like being spoiled, but like, or not spoiled on the pals themselves, but the types I'm cool with. Plus, it lets me know what kind of types you guys kind of like. I'm partial to fire and dark in this game. Some research also does extra weapon ammo. Ooh. One's dark, the other is fire dragon. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I like the darks a lot because they work at night. They never stop working. They're just G's. At first, I kind of thought they would be like a nocturnal and then sleep during the day. They'd like inverse their thing, but nah, man, they just work all the time. So you always want dark pals. Surgery table can make anything work at night? Oh, whoa. What do you do? Just genetically modify them? I suppose that's right in line with the way this goes, so. Call forth the Oathkeeper, the legendary Ocean King. Oh. Still not any interesting schematics for armor yet. Advanced fishing rod. I will need 15 pal metal ingots to make this, but I'm definitely interested in doing so, as well as the pal metal pick. Electric resistance, damage, dragon damage reduction. Nothing particularly interesting. The hyper shield's interesting. I should probably make that, but I'm probably closer to the next shield after that. Let's double check. Ultra shield right here. I'll need civ cores for that though. So you know what? Let's go ahead and make the hyper shield now. Gives it some trait, I think. Is that what the surgery table does? The surgery table lets you alter traits? Oh, man, it's times like this I wish I could open my inventory while I'm working and check stuff, man. But the moment I tab and open my inventory, I just stop doing what I was doing. Which is not great. Alter or add, yes, or switch genders for breeding. Wow, that's nice. That's probably really nice when you have, because there have been times where like I catch two males that have awesome traits, and so being able to swap one of their genders over to cross those traits would be a chef's kiss. That'd be pretty nice. All right, let's equip that. Going from the Giga to the Hyper is probably pretty nice. That doubles my capacity. Into the weapons chest, the old one. There we go. Tab R stow. Yes. We picked up exactly 20 more rounds. You know what? I lied. We will sit here and work on this assault rifle a little bit. Having a few more rounds would be kind of nice. Plus, I can start a bigger order once this is complete. How quickly is it going? Pretty slow, though, man. I think I'll just stop at 60 more rounds and then head back out there. Plus, I want to see what that island has at night. I kind of burnt the whole entire night right now. V. No. F. No. C. This is cool. What is this song? Bad Dreams, Conquer Divide, and Of Virtue. Okay. What do we got? We got Suit Seer? Oh, yo. Not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Bean. Come on. Yes! Cool. It was once believed that as the world approached its end, the flame would weaken. Doomsayers would repeatedly rejoice when the flame began to weaken, but in the end it turned out to be a prank by a suit seer, at least for now. Heard. That's cool. I don't know if I want to catch a second. You know what? I got to, so we're gonna pump them in. I'm gonna end up burning way too many Ultra Spheres in this area because they just kind of... They only have a 30% chance to catch. And as I say that, I'm kind of being really successful with them, so maybe not. Pump action shotgun. Ah, that's an alpha. No thanks. Super good. You keep your alpha status over there, buddy. I could be catching a few more of these suit seers, but I don't want to waste... I want to see if there are any others before I commit to that. Kojiros. Rintails. Suit Seers. It looks like those are the only nighttime pals on this little island right now. That's a huge verdant egg over there. Why can't I grab this? Oh. Dude, the hitboxes are weird. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You asked for, heavy is the crown. Fire in the sunrise, ashes raining down. Bean, redeploy. Tactical deploy. Bean, Mess him up. What are you doing? Bean. Thank you. You're going to Niagara Falls tomorrow? Ooh, awesome. You've been there before, though, right? I think you were there many years ago, and the falls do move. So, like, I wonder if you'll be able to notice that. Probably not. They don't move that quickly, but they do move. I need my shield to come back. Thank you. $36, come on, stay in. Ah. Buddy. You know what? This is what I was saying, though. I need to get legendary spheres because it's just not going to work. I'm going to keep breaking so many ultra spheres. We are stacking quite a bit of legendary spheres from this area, though, because it's free. So that's pretty nice. I've got all my Bushis. I've now got all my Suit Seers. The US side, and they were frozen. Oh, that's when you last saw them, right? Okay. Wonder if there's anything in this hut. Nope. Wow, that looks cool. What is this? This is a medium soul, right? Yeah, all right. I don't know. Oh, there's a boss down here. I doubt I can take him, but... Nimble is the name. I do not see Nimble. Oh, hey, whoa. A Chillette Ignis? I don't care what I have to do. I'm catching that. Come on. No! Well, that's annoying. It's all the Grintails. Come on. That's friendly. I can stay in that. Shoot the spirit fire already. What are we doing? See, it's not hard to shoot them. Just blast them, man. It should lock on, so no matter where she goes, she gets torched from them. I think I might toggle off that one skill that, like, makes it so I summon like stuff on the ground and immediately explode it. It's just not that great to me to pause like that. Sometimes I need to be moving, especially on my mobile thing. I like an attack that just kind of quickly does stuff. Although it is pretty nice when I do have the drop on things to be able to pop up to them and hit that. How many keys do I have? I have 2 gold keys, so I don't want to use all of them. Ooh, a refined metal helm schematic? That's nice. I'm still using the little earring at the start of the game, so... Whoa, that one's different. Shroomer knocked? I don't know, man. We'll try. We'll try. Okay, I'd like to dismount. Pull that back. Bean. Deploy. Tactical bean. Oh, Bean's been knocked. Tactical bean deployment. Wow, good hit. Wrong spheres are out. But will it work? It works! If I don't take damage, I don't need armor. True. True. That's some big brain thinking there. Alternatively, and might I give you an alternative? Isn't it so much neater when you can just take as much damage as you want because you have so much armor? There's some interesting, like, ladders up here onto the mushrooms, it looks like. That's kind of cool. I really like these mushrooms, man. I would totally build here, especially because there's an oil deposit. I'm going to drop a little note on the map. Marker. We're going to drop a little home location. That way I know that this is a decent base spot. If I like the chain gun, I probably will. I'm a heavy gunner in most games that let me heavy gunner. Oh, yo! Verdash! I've been looking all over. Oh my god, level 53, though. That's probably a bit much. Here's what we'll do. Good hit. Those will lock on. All right, dismount. Pull back. Tactical bean. Deploy. Wait, what just happened? Oh, it was burning. It was burning. That's on me. That's my bad. It's okay. There's another one up here. I saw it through the trees. That thing looks cool. I'm pretty sure I have a Wumpo Botan. No, I don't have that. I lied. Yo! Oh, that looks crazy cool, too. Bean. 15%. That Verdash is now fighting me. I only have 1 legendary sphere. I'll try, but I don't have much hope. Wow. Kinda dying here. Yep, and PD killed him. I knew that they would, dude, but I needed to deploy it. They're kind of like turbo fighting each other right now. Wow. Oh, I'm dead. Yep. Out of stamina. Oh, I'm not supposed to be here. That's the gist of this right now. My pals aren't where they need to be. I don't have ammo. I'm so far back. I still think it's worth it. I like these pals. Catching them will also solve my problem of not having high enough level pals. Because I am level 52, but all my pals are like level 40 something, so they're just getting smoked. Bean didn't die, which is good. Well, we gotta go grab my stuff and organize it all again. Really? Oh, they're immortal lily pads? That's crazy. Okay. That's some old school Minecraft stuff right there. And if you never played Minecraft back in like the early alphas and stuff, when they first implemented lily pads, they were basically mines on the water. If you hit them with a boat, your boat would instantly explode. You had to dodge lily pads like they were land mine, like water mines. Another Wyvern. I really want that one, but I just don't think I'm going to get lucky. It's only a 20% chance to catch. Take all. Okay. Grabbed all our stuff, and what are we fighting? A Verdash? We can do that. Oh my god. Oh my... Oh, there's multiple. Herd. Just stay in the sphere! Come on, boss! They get off one crazy kick right after. Okay, we got one. We got one. Time to leave. Oh my... That attack! We got the Verdash, though. We got the Verdash, which is all I really wanted. But now I have to go get my stuff again. It's hard to dodge that, the ground attack that keeps messing me up like that, because I don't see it coming over the hill. This time, we're just going to grab my stuff and immediately grab fast travels and get out of there. I keep getting jumped by the Verdashes. Okay. This way. Right, the Wumpans. They're so tiny, I don't even see them. Then I just aggro them by me moving too close to them. Herd. Herd, I hear you. All right, we're going to hide out over here. Is it still coming after me? I don't think it is. Let's dismount. Pull that in. I want this Wyvern. I don't care how many Ultra Spheres I have to throw to get it to accomplish that task. Knock him down fully, please. It's a 16%. Not great. But there is a chance. Nice. Nice, we take that. It looks like it doesn't have anything interesting as far as effects go, but I just wanted one, man. They look so cool. What is this? Liline's Talisman schematic. Okay. Looks like another fast travel over there. Ah, the Moonflower Tower, level 55. Okay. Kind of want one of these Wumpin Botons. Why do they look different? That one looks white. Maybe it's just the lighting. What am I looking at here? A 5%? Never tell me the odds. Well, that didn't work. I guess tell me the odds. Wow, that looks terrifying. Bean! Deploy! Whoop, that's not good. Critical hit? This isn't gonna work. There's no way this one works, right? I already used up all my left on the Wyvern, I think. Yeah. I suppose it's not as low as it can be, so I'll deploy Bean. Oh, hey, we got it. Dub. Just like we planned. First throw. Nice. Nice, man. Okay. I'm gonna pick up this egg, too. What are you? Come on. I know you can leap up there. I know you got the hops. Huge verdant egg. Okay. Oh, there's a skill tree over there, but it's by that base. I don't want to do that. Unless I can skirt around the edge. But there look to be enemies down there, so they're all over actually. All right, we're going to try to be sneaky about this on our big flashy fire horse. Super stealth engage. Well, the predator paw saw me, so we're already not really that stealthy. Pick these up. We're getting out of here. Got him. I bet you there's chests in this base too, but I don't want to deal with the ninjas, man. I don't want to deal with the ninjas. Go, Nebula. Oh, you were supposed to hit the turbo on that. Why does it sound like there's a Lucky around? What is this? A Dazimu? I don't think I can catch that. That's been the story of this entire area, though. I don't think I can catch that, and then we catch that, so... Doomud Guild? Dismount. Bean. Oh, is that a Hell Zephyr? Yo, that looks so cool. Why does it look electric? Oh, shit. Go away. Okay, that one's dead. Hell Zephyr Lux. Oh, man, that means it can charge my stuff at night? 100% get on this team. Bean, do your job. Bean, I need you to do the thing. Thanks. That Taco's mad. Not really a fan of that. Come on! Stay in the sphere. Dude, you're killing me. Okay. Critical? This one's got a good chance. Like, I've already thrown way more than 50% balls, and I'm kind of getting 50% odds here. Come on. Thank you. Cold-blooded. All right. Works for me. Pretty excited about just having one of those. There seems to be a fast travel down this way, too. We're going to grab that. I don't want to fight the rest of these right now. A Hell Zephyr Lux, man. That's such a cool... That's an even cooler design than the Hell Zephyr, which is already a pretty cool PAL design. The yellow accents really do a lot. Black and yellow. Wow, good hit. Thanks for that fast travel, though. That's what we're here for. All these tacos are about to wreck me, man. Fine. A broken down Anubis statue? Cool. Dude, there are enemies everywhere. Why don't I have to hack these ones? Also, why can't I grab this? Oh. It was just being weird. Okay. It's about time to start heading back here soon, I think. These guys are pretty tough. And I'm almost out of sphere. Well, I got 60 left, I suppose. I can catch a few more, but... It's not efficient catching. I'm basically just trying to catch one to have it. I need to come back with better spheres to really come after these guys. Or better sphere catching, too. I want to try and isolate one of these birds and catch one. Dazamu. You'll work. Dismount, E. Bean. I don't know where it went. It backed into all these other tacos, so I didn't get it. That's so annoying, man. Come on, Bean. Ah, I see. They have like a dashing attack. That's what keeps aggroing them onto everything else. They like rocket through everything. Wow. Don't know what that is. Yes. Yes. Victory. Take 1 step forward and forget your doubts. 2 steps forward and forget your worries. 3 steps forward and forget your fears. Face any enemy. That's a wild entry. Ooh, we'll take that. That's a legendary sphere on the ground. Oh, I guess we won't take that because I have full inventory. Am I currently fighting something? No. Okay. Let's get rid of this carrot seed. Okay. Oh, well, I jumped the wrong direction. I need to jump this way. What is that? A Lulu? What level are you? 56. Wow. Yeah, all right, let's try. %. Come on. Don't want to be hit with that laser. They hit hard. But I have endless patience. I just need one to work. Oh. Man, that would have been so cinematic. That would have been so cool. Hit that from the sky. Wow, 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 wow. The only attack it really gets off is that double tornado. Maybe I don't have endless patience. I'll run out of balls eventually. Phrasing. Dude. Plus, it's going to aggro something with those tornadoes. One wiggle. We got it. Artisan and impatient. That's kind of cool. In early spring, pollen floats on the wind through the island. Floppy's hay fever is Lulu's fault. Oh. We're about to be nighttime, too. We're about to be all kinds of new stuff around. Is this open? Yeah, it is, but I don't want to enter a level 52 dungeon right now. I mean, I suppose it'd have a bunch of free cool stuff. Let's at least get this fast travel before we commit to something like that. It's only Suit Seers. Petalia. I already got one. Thanks. Oops. Are those Hoocrates? No, Cognitos. Okay. Alfonso! Wish you knew how to fly fast? Like sprinting? You can just sprint, right? What do we got? I don't understand why I don't have to hacker man these ones. Airwalker Mark II schematic? That sounds cool. We need to get rid of something for it. We'll just eat this, man. Fine. Like I see every streamer and they have the zoomies. Do they have specific pals that they zoom around on, or do they just move quickly? I imagine it's Jet Dragon. Unless there's a faster pal that flies than Jet Dragon. Boring legendaries usually, yeah. Sometimes it's about that efficiency, you know, that fly into the next... Wow, that is a terrifying looking thing, dude. I think I will peek in a dungeon. I just want to see. I just want to see. Let's see what's in here. 9:30. Okay. Wow, cool dungeon. First and foremost, let's start there. That is way cooler than the other ones I've been in. Really epic entrance. I almost wish there was a samurai on this bridge. Like a bushi just like standing here. So far, there's been nothing. Kickets. Wixen knocked? Wow, that's cool. Wheel shooting 1, aggro all of them. No. %. We can take those. We're almost out of ammo, so we will need to head back to base soon. Kick It Soccer was popular, however, it quickly fell out of favor due to fierce competition from the Free Pal Alliance. Oh? Did you use the Kick It's as soccer balls, or were they players? Where did that Wixen knock go? It just, like, walked away. Aura. It said as the ball. Oh, my goodness. Ah, hello. Hey, Bean. Why aren't you using the big smash? Thank you. Oh, the big smash didn't hit him. He missed. You think I'm trapped in here with you? No, you're trapped in here with me. Goodwill Bobble, come on. Ah, oh, man. I don't like that it keeps raising up like that. What is that? That's crazy. It's like it's stuck on the geometry or it's doing like jump attacks or something. But it's making my throws miss. Dude. Did it just die? What? How? What actually? Oh, did it fall? Well, that's annoying. Well, that's all right. I already got a Wraith. I don't want another. I am definitely not supposed to be in here. I don't think I can beat the boss. It's another Catris Igni. No, this is my chance at a Wixen knock. Okay. Come on. We're gonna try this again. You got this, Bean. %. Come on, we've got good shots here. Dude, those double tornadoes that bounce me around. Come on. Oh my gosh, man. Just stay in the sphere. Thank you. Ooh, okay. But it's got a bottomless stomach, so that's not great. Not on good terms with Catris Igni. Well, there was one right over there. They seem on decent enough terms to not smoke each other in this cavern, at least. Inventory full. Let's get rid of these No, I need the mysterious mushrooms. I remember for something. Ah, whatever. We'll eat it, man. What do these do? Needed to make stamina elixirs. Okay. Those are permanent upgrades to my stamina. I'm tired of walking. We're gonna ride. Is this the boss? Yes. I assume it's like all other dungeons and this thing is locked. Yeah, okay. What the Wow. Well, we smoked that guy, so let's go ahead and start off with our slow heart attack here. Bean! Get him! Good hit. Bean, why haven't you used your big smashy attack yet? I'm going to try and catch this, but I don't have good faith. Oh, 30%. And it already broke out. And we're down to 30. There we go. Now I got a crit bonus. One wobble. Ah, 2 wobbles. We got it. Nice. We take that. What do we get? Let's get rid of this electric organ. And this 1 crude oil. Yeah, I know how to get more, so it's fine. Not bad. Speed elixirs. We're going to need to get rid of some more stuff here. This hardwood. Yeah. And these PAL fragments, we're fine with that. Okay. Let's dip, leave the dungeon, and find a fast travel to get back to base and do some inventory management. Street assassin urchin? Ah, it's another one of them bounty bosses. I am super good. Bushi knocked? Wow, that's cool. I probably want that. I don't have the luxury though. Need to get out of here. Oh, it's literally like a ninja. I know I said I can't get that, but I'm actually circling back around trying to see if I can get one. Yakumo? Yo, that looks cool. Oh, it looks like a little Growlithe. Come on. That Bushy Knox coming in, boss. We've only got 18 spheres left because of how many times these guys keep breaking out. Well, we've got 18 shots to catch this guy, and then we're heading back. Oh, man. The one wobble, I hate it so much. It reminds me of the triple wobbles where it breaks out at the last second in Pokemon. Nice. All right, 13. Ooh, I want to hit that up too before we leave. Where did that Bushi go? I want it back. What on earth? Bolduso? Want that Bushi knocked. Come here. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. He teleports. Heard. Bean. All right, not great odds here, guys. Gonna be totally real here. These are not great odds. 14%. But we're gonna chuck all of our Ultra Spheres we can. Oh! Streamer luck. Right there. There we go. Free ingots? I don't care about those, man. Now for reals, we're getting out of here. I love the cherry blossoms. Why did it sound like I heard a lucky? I'm just imagining it, and I didn't actually hear one. Restless Wanderer? Oh, wow. Whatever that is, that's unfortunate. I didn't get to... Oh, I can talk to it? Hello, I would like to talk to you. Kitsu knocked, covered in wounds, falls to the ground, on the verge of death. Save it. Well, how do I save it? Oh my god, let me out of here. I'm being attacked by something. Bean. Come on, Bean. I don't have that many bullets yet left, so that's why I'm kind of just waiting. Bean. Thank you. Got it. All right. Oh, no, that guy died. Or not. All right, now what was this? I didn't get a chance to read most of it, man. You feed the pal some food that you have on hand, though it maintains a cautious distance. It eats plenty. It doesn't seem like it's able to let its guard down anytime soon. However, it seems to be aware of the situation it's in. Okay. Something to the ground. It appears to be the kind of bag that was fastened to its neck. A journal inside the bag. The erratic handwriting offers a glimpse into the desperate situation at times. It reads, "To whoever read this, I'm entrusting you with my kitsune knock. I ran into it on an island of dancing cherry blossoms where some low-born filth had been antagonizing it, and we've trackled together since. But it seems my journey ends here. I took on a request to help a local village that was being threatened by a rampaging pal, but I wasn't up to the task. We managed to give it the slip, but it has a strong sense of smell. When it does, well, with me missing an arm and my companion already on death's door, the outcome is obvious, but the less needless deaths, the better. I prepared for the worst and picked up some memory-wiping medicine from a traveling merchant. I'll feed it to my kitsune knocked and let it loose. That way it should go searching for its forgotten master and won't linger in this area any longer. Been tormented by humans ever since it was a pup, so it detests anyone other than its master. If only I could believe that this medicine would make it forget all the hurt and hatred it's learned. I feel the deepest remorse towards the villagers who entrusted me with this task. The least that I could do is take the rampaging pal out with me. It's time, though I know it's selfish to ask. I hope you'll keep my kitsune knocked find happiness, okay? It's apparent to you that it hasn't forgotten anything. In fact, it seems to be actively searching for its master. By judging from its wounds, the incident in the journal wasn't recent. To think that this pal has been wandering all this time despite the happen. Memory wiping medicine shouldn't typically have an effect on pals, but it must have erased the kitsune knocked's memories of its escape. So it speaks no words. It's clear from the look in the pal's eyes that it wants to find a new master. However, it doesn't seem willing to enter a pal sphere. It might take some time, but the only option is to retrace the steps and find its master. Okay. Oh my god. Can I didn't mean to re-click this, man. I didn't mean to... Oh, I can hold space, skip. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Hello. All right, he wants that Yakumo I just caught. Nice training manuals. I would like to pin this quest so that way in the future I come back here and I know what's going on. Mission. We're stop tracking this one. What was this quest called? I guess it's not a main mission? No. Look for clues to find the Kitsune Nox master. Okay, so I just have to kind of come back here and explore around more when I have space to do so. Ooh. Jim Funk. You got it, man. Where's this fast travel? Here it is. Nice. A lot of developments. And there was a... Yeah, one of these. This is what I wanted. It would reveal, like, the whole general area, I think. Ooh, man, I would have really liked to grab those, but no inventory space. We got to get out of here. The Assassin's Creed towers are a really good addition to the game. I like them a lot. Ugh. It's a great compromise between people that like to explore the maps and like manually explore up and down and get rid of the darkness themselves, and people like me who kind of just want to explore specific key locations and fill it in later. Man, that's so neat. Okay. Let's fast travel out of here and back to base. And you know what? I think that'll also do it for the stream for tonight. Thank you guys for being here for the... Yeah, for the travel around the Valheim server. That's just really nice. I'm super glad that I got that recorded because I can go back through it and edit it later for my VODs. And I just have that server recorded for all the time now, which is super nice. Tomorrow we'll be doing Age of Wonders and continuing with our campaign there. Probably starting to cook up a new campaign as well. Just because I think that that one's probably going to wind down here soon. We'll need to at least cook up a new type of faction, because that campaign's absolutely coming to a conclusion here soon. New YouTube video up. It should be a decent watch. And with that, thank you guys very much for being here. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for the stream. I bought the Pal World Valheim combo yesterday. Yo, awesome. Those are two excellent games. There's another one I also want to try out here at some point that I have no experience with, but a lot of people kind of recommend it if you like those kinds of games, and that's Enshrouded. I have Enshrouded in my Steam library, so I might try it out at some point when I get an opportunity to do so. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.